Good day, ladies and gentlemen. The man I got called me, Pastor Peter Chamber. He said, Bolo, you see what is going on? I need you to to go back and listen to the videos. Right? And show the people. Because he was there meditating and he said, the Lord said to him, remember this specific thing about what Andrew and the government has signed off on. Well, I went digging, ladies and gentlemen, and I found some things, but I still have some more digging to do. But let me tell you what, let me play to you what I have found in these videos that after listening to them, I'm like, whoa, people need to be reminded of this. So here we are. Please like the video. Don't forget. Share the video. Don't forget. Let's go.
Hidden on a mysterious island, legends told of an eternal flame.
And all, this is your apostle, Elijah Peter Chambers, once more with a pounding word, a harsh one, and also an intriguing one. Whenever you see me in this fashion, you understand that I am celebrating. Didn't I told you that the Lord reveals to me that there is oil and gold in Jamaica? The Bible said that which seems impossible for men is possible for the Lord. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? And some of you reacted politically, you reacted religiously, you reacted from an evil, from a witchcraft, an obia perspective because of the truth. Hallelujah. And now you're hearing it's circulating all over Jamaica that Jamaica may have found oil and it has been hidden. Minister Vaz came out saying that categorically he knows nothing of any oil in the land. Then if no oil is in the land, why are international companies coming into Jamaica doing their research? That is one thing you need to reason, because some of you think that we're all dunce and in the back of the class we're thinkers, we're individuals that were created to reason things, to look into things introspectively, to investigate, to scrutinize. But we understand that we're under a regime, we're under a government that does not want us to retrieve knowledge. They want to keep us dunce. Hallelujah. And the Lord gave me a vision, and this is what we want to deal with today. Two vision. I think it was one Thursday night and one Monday night that I was in a particular constituency, and they were preparing for campaigning for the election to come. And I'm talking about this present government, and nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. The people are upset. What Andrew Willis doesn't understand, that the people have been watching you for 9 years. They have been scrutinizing you very carefully, and they know that you have told the nation a lot of lies, though your hungry belly labor rights are saying that it's a propaganda and that we're telling lies. Listen, the manifestation, one of them type, do you have proof? The proof is there. The gag order that you have placed on the politicians and the nation. What are you hiding? Why are you hiding? What are you hiding? The Lord gave me a vision this week as a prime minister campaign for the third term that is not possible. In some constituency, the people are not showing up. When the opposing party decided to protest about the corruption, he ordered the JLP supporters to go out and oppose them. The Prime Minister of Jamaica wants the people to fight against each other. However, his supporters did not went out to oppose because they recognize the leader of Jamaica desire for the people of Jamaica to start a war. Listen, whether you're a JLP or PNP, we're all one. I know Andrew Holness don't want us to see us as one because he has an agenda. He has an evil agenda, an evil political agenda to take down the people of Jamaica and to start a war that they did in the 80s. Listen, we're more knowledgeable, we're more intelligent, we're more educational. We have more knowledge today than then. Remember, we have more university students. We have more college students. Individuals who could not send themselves to college in the 90s and in the 80s and the 70s. Now it is possible. As the Lord reveals to me in a vision, the people of Jamaica will turn away from the so-called bro God, their ground God. The Prime Minister of Jamaica doesn't understand the nation has been watching him for 9 years. If you are not in corruption, leader of Jamaica, I'm asking you the question. Why have you placed a gag order on the politicians and the people of Jamaica, the citizens? Why are you trying to rule out the law that put politicians behind bars for stealing taxpayers' money? And I'm answering the evil bloggers, the hungry belly bloggers. So give proof. We're giving you proof. Why have you placed a gag order on the people and the citizens of this land? Why are you trying to rule out the law that put politicians that enrich themselves and steal taxpayers' money? Why are you trying to rule that out if you are not corrupt? That is the question you should ask yourself. I'm celebrating. The Prime Minister of Jamaica tried to shake a woman's hand, and she refused to shake the Grandmaster hand. Some of you need to know that the Prime Minister is a Grandmaster. He's among the lodge. He's a part of the lodge.
Already have a T-tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through.
Pay attention, Jamaica. Pay attention. This portion here is very significant. Let's continue. This is a thus saith the Lord, not my word, not Bolo.
And many of you are going to come and say that's a lie. Then let me ask you the question. Why the Prime Minister and the Lodge teamed together with the evil pastors to take me down in 2021, March 24? The Lodge, the Grandmasters, they were the root cause of me of me being put behind bars. They saw me as a threat because they recognize that the Lord is revealing the secrets of heart. Minister Crawford, why did you shake that man's hand? He is using witchcraft from India to control all of you. You think God now reveal the secrets of heart? Why?
Jonas has been to India a lot, hasn't he? So you hear that? According to the man of God, he's been using witchcraft. Remember when his wife was down there? Yeah. So according to the man of God, they're using witchcraft from India to control the people. Yeah. Do not shake these politicians out. Don't take their money. Don't take their gifts. None of that. You heard? Don't take anything directly from them. Alright? Let's continue.
The leader of Jamaica went to India to find a witch to bring to Jamaica because he wants to return the 3rd term. But you know what? Your Obia not going to work this time. Your clerks work for you the last time. The Bakra Master worked for you the last time. All of the people who have born Kangli work for the last time. But this time, we're standing in the head of Simon, witchcraft, Obia, voodoo, the Grandmaster, the Lodges, the Dealerants, the Illuminati, the occultic order.
Why, Pastor? Why? It worked. It worked. Them get you again, Pastor. September 3rd. Them witchcraft strong. People them not here. Them blind. But God on time.
Hallelujah. The Lord reveals to me when the Prime Minister went to India, it's for evil powers to put him back in Garden House. The shaking of hand is an evil delegation to win the election. The Lord showed me the leader of Jamaica is under evil order. The woman is wise. Minister Crawford, my brethren, please find a pastor who have an heavenly gift to remove that curse, because you shouldn't shake the man hand. You should have followed that woman. That woman is wise. And the hungry belly laborites were upset because the woman didn't shake the Grandmaster hand. And you're talking about that he should implement laws that anybody disrespect the Prime Minister Listen, you are the ones disrespecting the servant of God. And you disrespect Peter Chambers, so don't you think whatsoever you sow, you shall also likewise. Don't you recognize that he is the only leader in decades who have been greatly disrespected on a constant and perpetual basis? The woman is wise. Mr. Crawford, please find a pastor who have an heavenly gift to remove that curse. You shouldn't shake the man's hand by shaking the leader's hand. The rich spiritual man from India was brought into Jamaica to give the leader of Jamaica a third term. The Lord reveals to me that the leader of Jamaica seeks a witch or an older man to give him power for the third term. Jamaicans, please do not shake this hand. If the hungry belly Laborites decide to shake his hand, they can go and come under his obia and his witchcraft curse. I must commend the wise JLP supporters who see the corruption and desire not to support is evil. And as I often say, they are JLP, genuine and authentic JLP supporters who have seen it. They are not blind, they are not deaf, and they are not dumb. But the hungry belly Laborites, the one that receiving the money on a weekly basis and a monthly basis, they are the ones who are pushing the evil order. The hungry belly Laborites, who are the evil ones who does not care about Jamaica because they are given money on a weekly basis, are the ones who are supporting and pushing the evil. And your Holiness, you think the people of Jamaica is blind? For 9 years, you became our slave master with laws and legislations. Do you think the people forget what you have done to the nation and our citizens of Jamaica? It is evident that the people of Jamaica doesn't desire for you to return in the Parliament House. I'm under a deep celebration for the prophecies that have come to pass. And I want to big up my friend Bolo, who have been pushing my videos, that all the people trying to shut me down, the Lord has opened other entities. There are a lot of people who are pushing my videos. So even if you don't see me on TikTok, on YouTube, don't worry. The videos will find you. Whatever it takes for the power of God to move my videos to the global world, it will be done. And now we see where the election is close. And everyone is looking introspectively into their vote, into their decisions. And all the leader coming up with his butter speech, like he think that the people forgot all the abuse that he has done. And I believe that the people who work in the market, they should vote against you. The taxi men should vote against you, but we can't trust the taxi man them. I'm going to tell you why. Most of the taxi men are hungry belly. They will come out and protest against the evil, but when election come, them take the money and a full tank of gas to vote against their constitutional rights.
Oh my God, that is fun.
Shout out to Freedom with the super chat. I said you should not take anything from the government entities. The Laborites. Don't shake them hand, no matter about the big man them. Alright? Don't shake them hand. Don't take no shirt from them. Yo. Them deep in a witchcraft. High science. You know what man of God said? Not my word. The man said the lady was wise to not shake Andrew on his hand. You hear? You remember good. Let's continue.
Bashco is going big for daddy. Shop at Bashco, and for every $7,000 spent, you get a chance.
The teachers should stand against you. The doctors, the nurse, the young people should stand against you. Look at the amount of young people that are killed. When I told you in 2021 that the Prime Minister has created a death squad, wanna cuss me? Wanna tell me about my wife? About my
Wanna hear that? Let me play that again. You see what I'm going with the police them? Listen to the man of God.
people should stand against you. Look at the amount of young people that are killed. When I told you in 2021 that the Prime Minister has created a death squad. Wanna curse me? Wanna tell me about my wife, about my mother, my children, and you say all manner of things, and now everyone is seeing the manifestation of the death squad. The first Prime Minister who created a death squad to kill off the people of Jamaica. Young men. And then you have the hungry belly bloggers talking about Mark Golding. Mark Golding has never been a Prime Minister. He has never. And all of you saying that I'm a politician. So you're a politician too. You supporting the evil party under Sykes and in secrecy and confidentially, but because I came out speaking against the evil of your party, the evil of your government, I am a politician. But you're an evil one. I am a politician, but you are an evil politician. You support evil. Do you think the people forgot what you have done to the nation and our citizens of Jamaica? It is evident that the people of Jamaica doesn't desire for you to return into the Parliament House. Remember, you force.
Jamaica, good evening, how you doing? My side and Bolo and our clips. Can we get the likes up, please, and thanks? Let me get the likes up. Yeah, man. The likes disparity is bothering me right now. I don't understand what is happening. 25 people have come across the live, and only one person has hit the like up. You know, man. Get the likes up, guys. Let's go. This is a compact show today. That show you hot, you know. Share the live with, as a matter of fact, TikTok. Me soon go up on camera. YouTube, me soon go up on camera. Right? Me go change the TikTok live. Me go start it over and go up on camera. I was consuming my food, so you know, I didn't want to be eating on camera. Yes. Yeah, man. Get the likes up for me, guys. Get the likes up for me. Let's continue.
The venom on us in 2021 and 2022. Then you force the needs on us unconstitutionally on the nation. Do you think the citizens will give you a chance? Only stealing the election is your only option.
I want y'all to pay attention. Only stealing the election is your only option. Yo, man, listen. Let's continue. I want y'all to pay attention to everything you're hearing. You know? We're going down some chronicles of Pastor Peter Chambers' word that he got. You understand? Prophetic word. All right. Hey, solid reminders, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
That's what you have done for 2 terms. Your term will give you a chance. Only stealing the election is your only option. That's what you have done for 2 terms.
According to the man of God, thus saith the Lord, Anjolis has stolen the election for 2 terms. And this 3rd term before the election, he said his only option is to steal the election again. Hey, here's what it is, man.
Your term ain't loading. Your 3rd term ain't loading. Your future is that. 2 visions I got in 1 week. You're doing campaign in specific territories and nobody's showing up. It's a hungry belly one them. They were asking one on TikTok, where are the people, where are the crowd? Him saying no what go on. I want to have a big friend from Broadstone too, you know. But I'm a big friend. Listen, the people are going to turn against them. The vision I got, one is for Brownstone and one is for another community.
Funny, honey.
The people are going to turn, just as how the Lord showed me in the vision.
Funny.
That the nation is going to turn against this present government. It doesn't matter what he does. So those who are upset because the woman didn't shake the grandmaster hand, what you want the woman do? You want the woman hand paralyzed? You want the woman come under his auspices? This is not in anybody hand me shake, you know. I'm very sensitive in the spirit. Many politicians stretch out their hands to me and I don't shake their hand. So if you want to say it's disrespect, it's up to you. I'm not going to shake that man's hand because that hand is evil. So the woman was wise. Mr. Crawford, you need to open your eyes. Yes, you're in the political realm, but you must be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You're dealing with dangerous people who are connected to the dark world. They have initiated themselves with evil, and they can wipe you out, they can eliminate you at any hour. But because we're spiritually knowledgeable, we're not naive spiritually. That is why we don't hug. We don't shape certain hand. We don't make certain people kiss. We put them out. They condemn out on us. You must be set apart. And if you want to get angry, answer and type, you may talk. Because you're a part of the evil. Every one of you who will come on my video and type false prophet. But you're in falsehood. You're in falsehood. You worship your bro God. And you say me false and you false. I am worshiping Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, the I am that I am, the Prince of Peace, the Rose of Sharon, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. But you have made him an idol, a graven image, and you're worshiping him, and you are calling me false. You are the false one. You all are under falsehood. You're evil, and God is going to take every very one of you down. So all of what you've been seeing, the increase of people turning over to the opposing party, you're gonna shock. When I saw in my vision, it shocked me. So doggy to the supper, Bona Bolo, third time loading. Listen, third time loading is in prison behind bars. Remember, you placed me behind bars. Your time will come. Whatsoever you sow, you shall also likewise reap. And your evil supporters who keep typing that I'm unforgiving. I'm not unforgiving. You said that the man is pure and it's propaganda. So why did he did the video asking the nation to forgive him of his evil? You don't forget that? Why is it he's on social media? The video is there. Asking the nation to forgive him of the sins. Ask him what sin he committed. Him can't tell you. Because if him tell you, many of you run through the wall. You run from his territory.
Jamaica. Has anybody asked the Prime Minister that? What sin did he ask for persons to forgive him for? And shout out to Freedom, my honorable member of the platform. Shout out to all my members, man. Salute. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Be safe. You know what I mean? Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to all the ladies, of course. You know, special shout out to the ladies. Special shout out to Sassy81. Is it Sassy81 though? Yeah, but special shout out to her anyway. She's one of my day ones. Big salute. Shout out to Jain, everybody. But man, this part right here. Woo,
give him of the sins. Ask him what sin he committed. Him can't.
What sin did Andrew when it's coming? Did he ever say? I mean, it was surprise. You know, he was really, him and his wife was there. Well, I don't know if y'all seen the video, but I have. I'm not gonna play it right now in the interest of time, but I could if I wanted to.
I tell you, because if him tell you, many of you run through the wall, you run from his territory. The people of Jamaica are getting wise. The people of I must celebrate. Long time you know celebrating, man. God Almighty. This one is what me? Non-alcohol. Yeah, man, for the hypocrites. There it is. For all the hypocrites. None. Non-alcohol wine. I must celebrate because the prophecies are coming to pass. And everybody running up and down. The leader of Jamaica is having sleepless night at 3 o'clock near running up and down from community to community. Trying to give them 10 grand, 50 grand to do a vote, but I wish the people take the money and vote you out. I send you a strong message. Listen, this era of people are different. And your hand-me-downs, let me talk to the hungry belly labor rights. You haven't been voting constitutionally. You have been voting unconstitutionally because you were bribed. You are not voting for the future of Jamaica and for your generation. You're voting for your belly. That is why I call you all hungry belly liberal. And if you're upset, are you me the talk? Can you imagine if very one of you who took the money in the next election, you not take no money? We're not go vote. We're not go run on the board devil out. Don't take the money, man. I dare you to resist the money in the green shirt. I dare you to resist the money that they're offering you. The 1 minute money for 4 years to cause destruction. For 8 years, Jamaica has been destroyed under this government. And some of you talking about the opposing party, 18 years. You all did worse than what they did in 18 years. Because a lot of us have died. You have gave many the venom and they are dead. And you lied to the nation. And then you locked me behind bars, putting me behind bars, and build a false allegation against me. With your evil pastors. Bishop Delford Davis, the Lord gave me a vision. The grandmasters, the lodgemen, you know what they said in a meeting about you? They have you under their control and their auspices. They have you under their manipulation. You have no power, that's what they says.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Whew. Lord of mercy. Hey, let me know what y'all think, man. That's part 1 of a part maybe 4 series. Yeah, people, this playlist of this series, I want you guys to go and check it out, yeah? Most definitely. Go and check out that playlist, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so yes, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like and share the video. It's a brother Bolo VNR in this space. Queen Candy Queen Candy, big up yourself. It's very embarrassing. I mean, you know, today is Pastor Peter Chambers' birthday, guys. You know, happy birthday to the pastor. Of course, he has the event at his church in St. Anne. You know, pastor not really inviting anybody of him thing. So if you rock with the pastor, 7 p.m. tonight, they can check in. You understand? I will the poster there. Hold on, let me people. Let me find the poster. You know me have it, you know. You know me have it. People, me see Big Mama run out. Big Mama run out. You don't notice them a show Dr. Blake on the bus. You don't notice them a show the commissioner on the bus. You don't realize what going on. People, me say the man them a show the commissioner under the bus. The police commissioner. I kid you not. The police commissioner right now, I take all of the L's them for Andrew Honest. Notice Andrew put out something in the newspaper. Me do the video, you know. Me do the video. I'ma put it out. Seeing. I encourage you to go watch that video. I'm not going to play it. Right? Because I have other things to go deal with right now. Let me tell you the title of the video. I go to it. Un momento, por favor. The title of the video. Switch accounts. And it's on Bolo VNR clips as well. Because I'm live on Bolo VNR 2.2 and live on Bolo VNR clips on YouTube. For the persons on TikTok, you can come over to my YouTube. The link is in my bio. Alright? So you can see what is going on. Not just hear me talk. Okay? Or hear the audio. I invite you to do that. Alright, so which one of these videos? Andrew Honest shows the JCF under the bus while more lives are being taken. See that? The 2 news articles I got through. So I want to know if you go watch that video there. I drop the link in the chat right now for the persons them on Bolo VNR 2.0. That's the link to the video I'm actually referencing. For those on Bolo VNR clips, I'm going to have to drop it for you guys as well, you know, man. So let me just do that. As a matter of fact. Ah, wonderful. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me find the video over here so I can drop the link for you guys. And you guys can go ahead and watch that video yourself. See? Amazing. So, we'll drop it twice. 1, 2. There you go. There you go. So you got it. Awesome. Now, so like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Big Mama threw the police commissioner Kevin Blake under the bus. I could not believe it. If I didn't see it, I would not believe it. Trust me. Alright? Hey, move man. Where you pick me for? Alright guys, so let me show you guys what's going on with Big Mama. As Mr. Lonesome would have called him. Ah! Big Mama run out, people. No. Big Mama run all the way out. And the police commissioner and throw him under the bus. Me I talk about fully under the bus. Wanna listen to this?
Speaking to your men and women, Dr. Blake, good, no problem. But what about the people of Jamaica, to whom you have sworn to protect? I haven't heard, if I'm wrong, tell me, Dr. Blake holding a media briefing or what to say, listen, come here and ask me any question about this matter. Your responsibility is to the people of Jamaica first and foremost. And this has sparked immense public concern and outrage. Yes? I see where Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels, who is in charge of St. James, made himself available to the people of Granville in St. James. Yes? But the killing of Miss Bulgin and the circumstances under which she met her demise, yes, is of concern not only to her family and her community, but to every other Jamaican. And we want to be given an opportunity for the commissioner to make himself available to answer those issues of public concern in relation to this matter. Speaking to your men and women.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? So Cliff Hughes, all of a sudden you and Andrew Owens are come out with stark criticism for Dr. Kevin Blake all of a sudden. Could this be an effort, Rabbit Love? Could this be an effort to divert the attention from the government and throw the police commissioner under the bus? I'm just asking. I find it mighty strange. I don't watch them a lot. I don't watch them, period. Like, if I come across that video and my spirit tell me say, listen to it, Ocean Wide I say. If me not see Mr. Lonesome or if me not see what name Mystic Sensation or even Andre Stevens from time to time, if I don't see them mention Ocean Wide, I don't pay them no mind. I don't even listen to them because they literally, to me, they are totally bought out. They are the house slaves of a dictatorial state. All they do is come out and put out the narrative of the Prime Minister and the government. Period. That's all I see them do. You understand? So it's like, to me, what's the point? But I came across this video, I was scrolling, and I heard him, the first thing he said, it caught my, when you're scrolling and when he said this, I said, mighty God, what's going on?
Speaking to your men and women, Dr. Blake.
Right there. When I heard him say Dr. Blake, I said, speaking to the men and women, your men and women. So, basically, Cliff Hughes is saying, Dr. Kevin Blake, you talking to the police, them is one thing, So how come you don't come talk to the public when this is a public issue? And people are outraged. How come you don't come talk to the public? And that Cliff Hughes I said, but coming from Cliff Hughes is like, really? Cliff Hughes? Are you that? Are you say that? Out of your mouth? And the man got burned and listen to this.
Good, no problem. But what about the people of Jamaica, to whom you have sworn to protect? I haven't heard, if I'm wrong, tell me, Dr. Blake holding a media briefing or what to say, listen, come here and ask me any question about this matter.
So Dr. Blake, you are getting heavy criticism. I was not even expecting that from Dr. Blake. I'm not even putting the blame on Dr. Kevin Blake. The blame goes clearly on Andrew Onis and Orange Shank. They are the ones that have put out buzzwords out there. They are the ones that have told people to go out and support the police when the JFJ was asking for body-worn cameras and tell everybody to wear black, then tell everybody to wear blue. They are the ones that have been telling us that, listen, body-worn cameras is going to put the operatives in danger when they're out there going on these special operations. They are the ones that said JFJ is benefiting from blood money. So they are the ones that I blame. I don't even blame Kevin Blake. Kevin Blake to me is a pawn in the chess game. And here we are with them putting the pawn up for a sacrifice in the public, blaming Kevin Blake for everything. Why you don't come talk to the people? Why Kevin Blake come talk to the people when Andrew and Orange Chan actually control everything? Where anytime somebody criticize the police them, you see Orange Chan come out like Superman. I am Superman defending the police. The wrong police them anyway, the bad police them, the one that we are analyze innocent people. He come out and he also made statements that people should carry them go somewhere and shoot an M16 over their head to understand where the police them come from. Nobody didn't say that police don't have, go through dangerous situations. Obviously, did you sign up for the job or did somebody force you? That's my only question. Nobody forced you to do the job. You signed up for the job. So don't complain about it. Don't tell us about how hard it is. A man who had to mason work and doing his son. A man who had to roof work. Why should he choose to do that job and then complain say his son are burning? He knew that this would happen. He knew very well the dangers of it. The pros and the cons of it. But the money is good. The money is good, ladies and gentlemen. Right? So don't come to us and come tell us that, oh, people for shoot M16 over people if you understand the police. Man, that is none. And we pick up the police them, and we know that we need them and we thank them for them service, the ones that are doing their jobs the right way and not abusing citizens. But we're not going to sit here and defend bad police. Not going to do it because bad police is worse than any criminal. Bad police is 1,000 times worse than any criminal. Somebody that decided that they are going to become a criminal and sign up for that job, them is bad. But when a police go and deceive us and tell us that he's here to serve and protect us and then go and make a 180 and go in the next direction. Imagine we see you and think say, yo, yeah man, you come protect me, and then you put a bullet in our head. You are dangerous, you're more dangerous than the criminal then. Straight up. So we're not going to advocate for no bad police and we know what for good police. We're not going to do that. But listen, Cliff.
Your responsibility is to the people of Jamaica first and foremost. And this has sparked immense public concern and outrage. Yes? I see where Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels, who is in charge of St. James, made himself available to the people of Granville in St. James.
Emotional damage. Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
I'm dead.
Jamaica, this is the ultimate disrespect to Dr. Blake. The man a compare man to an next man and say, but this man do more than you. Let me tell you, say the man never attack Kevin Blake when you think that show. The man say, yo, this man a do more than you. That's how me I read from it. So basically, you should have go there, Kevin Blake, go talk to the people in Granville. To your amount of public pension with this thing get with Lataya Bolgin, Lataya Butch Bolgin, and rightfully so, because we see things on tape. The man has said, brother, you should have gone down there go talk to the people. How comes that the man they do it, but you not do it? Mighty God, that's the embarrassment. Kevin Blake, I can't believe somebody they are defending. I cannot believe, say, this man of Cliff Hughes have been here defending Kevin Blake. What a day, what a day. Let's start.
Yes? But the killing of Miss Bulgin and the circumstances under which she met her demise, yes, is of concern not only to her family and her community, but to every other Jamaican. And we want to be given an opportunity for the Commissioner to make himself available to answer those issues of public concern in relation to this matter.
No, Mr. Blake, you caught between a rock and a hard place, I say, because you see, if you don't come out after Cliff Hughes call you out now, you're going to come under further criticism. So it should be interesting what will be your next move. Yo, we can't believe Ocean Wide come off of Kevin Blake and the Prime Minister come off of the entire force, which is led by Kevin Blake. Right? The statements that the Prime Minister has made in the public recently. Both these are attacks on the force. All of a sudden, you see? Police, I hope you guys are paying attention enough. Nobody feel like say we can't do wrong. And the international community have them yibal pan Jamaica and I wonder what go on. Human rights people say, wait. They know them things are going on Jamaica. I saw the police never deal with the people. And now the Prime Minister stays so babs. Only not think, oh, Horace Chang quiet. Not a word in English come out of Horace Chang mouth now. Quiet, I don't hear nothing from Horace Chang. What am I going to say? It's bigger than him. It's bigger than him. All him bravado and all him her and I defend the police them when they do wrong. Where is he? Crickets. And then Andrew is control now and I was police. Police. Nobody feel like the international community can come lock you. For them something, a human rights violation. And remember good. Do not go out there and make Andrew gassing up if you go do no illegal things. Alright? Good. Mama son, what you deal with? Nah, yeah, Mama son. Hold on. Yes, Mama son. I tell him, man. Yes.
Yeah, but it's a distraction. I'm put it on Kevin now. I remember Andrew and yes, I'm a shoot and kill us best and after.
Remember, say me a record with it on YouTube. The mic there right there, so. Yeah. Analyze.
Remember, I am say shoot and analyze. So, oh no, Kevin now become like a him send out the money for do.
Yeah, like a him a give them directive.
Yeah, Andrew strong do it, so and then we feel too. Yeah, I understand. But the parents and my old man, well, I know, we never see, when they look at 4-year-old baby, they get, I know, like, we don't hear play food, when the 82-year-old man get shoot up, never hear him come say nothing. So, oh, no, he might come out now for Bolo. Eh?
Why am I telling you?
People are alive, and the government, and the police, and we see video. We see video, and we put them, but we can't say yes, which is that.
Yes,
I
yes.
hear them attack, but no, he might come out now. But we go and let them know, because we want to come in that side, you know. Yeah, man.
Straight.
And I tell the people them to make here, really put out a message with petition to Marvin and protest something, and petition. And so when people can't read them, they understand, which are the best thing Marvin do. And the people them to sign a petition, Bolo, them to sign it.
Yeah, who you say come out and say something?
Really, man, really, black and say, yo, what good something Marvin do. And the people them to support the petition, because if we go there, we black police come arrest me. So
Yes.
we're going to use the finger. We're going to use the finger. We're going to stay behind the scene and use the finger.
Yes.
And then get your 100,000 signature.
Yes.
And make the action come on, because we could get answer to all of
Yes.
We need answers. So if only way we can get the answer and then sign the petition.
Right.
We have promoted to people now sign it.
Right.
Sign it.
Right.
Don't it?
Of course, 100%. That's a part of the title. That's a part of the title I'm feeling right now too.
Yes.
You understand? Have you signed the petition? You know, anybody when you sign the petition, if you're looking at the comment section right now, Veron or anybody else, you will see that Nightbot is dropping the link to both petitions right now. So sign it. Alright?
When it's a board, who are forward? It's a board petition. Which one?
Yeah, Mr. Will Rattigan have a petition from both 1 year and a half now. All you need are 10,000. All you need are 10,000. 10,000 signature.
Yes, Rattigan one need 10,000. And fee one need 100,000. And we have over 11,000 outstanding. So Rattigan we shall sign last time.
The people them a joke, man. The people them a joke. The people them a joke. You understand? Then wait till them back against the wall and wait till this young lady alive get taken so brawling for then he to all I want in them will be not set. Look for the situation them with the man them bridging. The police them no fear go answer with the people them and them thing this is a human rights violation. You understand?
You understand? I talk about and people make it look like ear to ear the government.
Yes.
They say the government now do the right thing and we are Bolo for them. Them not Bolo for we. Them are trace we, them are discriminate we, them are stand we, you see?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So yeah, in the 22,000, somebody said the petition there 22,000. You know, but me want to know if we go sign, want to know if we continue support Marvin petition and want to know if we go sign the MAGNITSKY Act. Because the MAGNITSKY Act is an international act that you can use to sanction any country where human rights violation and corruption is concerned. You know, go look it up. So all you need are 10,000 people to sign it. Fee can be used, right? Yes. So I encourage you know anybody when need it, wanna reach out to me. My number is 876. My number is 876-451-6535. That's 876-451-6535. If you need the link to both petitions, you can reach out to me right now. If you sign it already, I encourage you to please share it with 20 people. And share this live stream with 20 people to hear. That is it. Alright. So me have to move on, you know.
Yeah.
Not say me sign it already for Rattigan own. Well, share it now. All I want to sign it already, share it now. Big up yourself, global boss. Not so you doing, my darling. Good to see you. Alright, thank you for the floating heart. Sweet, always a support, Nats. Big up yourself. We just have Colin big up. Is this Colin Bell? Colin D boy. Bless up yourself, Colin. Ron James. We big mama know. He said we big mama know all of this. Me say them so 2 time in a hypocritical, my brother. Georgia, good day. What you doing, sweetheart? Bless up yourself. Alright, so the Prime Minister run out, you know. The Prime Minister run right out, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. Him run out and I defend the $1.44 billion where them not spend. And him a call out the vlogger them too. Him a call out the TikToker them. But think I lie me I tell. I'm gonna make a sad mistake. Me I show no what I go on so. How come me not hear the volume come up a while ago? So me skill. That fast, eh? But this a look out chicken and easy, man. Only if I call my body warm, why am I there on my foot? I want me see my look for me. You want to see my stretch? I think I have another problem. I can go on. Nah, do no rare. Something, alright? Computer freeze up. Computer freeze up, people. Hold on there. Why is it not reacting? Why the interaction not interacting? Something is so wrong here. Okay, see that now. Alright. Yeah, man. Let me see. 13 minutes. Right at 12-minute mark. Yeah, my computer look like it overheat, you know. So, my boy. Computer freeze up, people. I need one next laptop, you know. Sometimes I want to need resting. Yeah, man. Go and share up the live, my people. Go and share up the live. Sorry about that. The computer is freezing at the moment. Having some technical difficulties. Just give me a second. Let me sort it out. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I know why. I know why now. The computer now do nothing wrong. I mean do something wrong.
Base 44 Super Agent.
I mean do something wrong, man. See there? I mean do something wrong. Come say, how come I not hear it and it not responding? I have to make you hear this because I enjoy something else. So I'm so glad I find that video. Father God always do the right thing, you know.
The people have 35 days, we have less.
Yeah, man, we do it, man. It a go up, man. Yo, that petition they got done signed before 35 days. Believe. No joke. That 100,000 there, I got dropped before 35 days.
Big up on yourself. Father who signed big up. Who not signing need for signing.
Yeah.
No more answers.
Straight up.
No more to go to jail. Like we say one by one him going to jail.
Yes, definitely. Big up BOJ TV. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to listen to the Prime Minister. Because in recent time, the $1.44 billion that was unspent, they have gotten heavy criticism. All the labor right them are criticized Andrew. So they might feel the pressure. And Andrew here, so I'm going to make you know how they might feel the pressure. But he might clap back. So him say, watch him now, with him at about hashtag builder. You mean hashtag breaker, destroyer, advocate of doom. If you are a builder, how comes, you know what, let me stop. Right now, someone else.
I start there because we're not immediately exhausted. Immediately. So I want you to ruminate on that. The obvious can mislead, and it is true. Not everything that appears urgent is wise, and not everything that is wise appears immediately. I want you to ruminate on that. The obvious can mislead, and wisdom requires deeper judgment. Some may assume that because funds that were donated were not immediately exhausted, that somehow this was irresponsible. I start there because I received a note from a concerned citizen, an elderly lady, from this constituency, who said, Prime Minister, you have to address this issue because I can't explain it to the people in my community why the government got $1.4 billion and never spent it. It's the hottest thing on the ground in terms of criticism of the government.
So Jamaica, you know, hear from Andrew, in labor right themselves cannot explain why them do that. Them just can't see what is the logic of that. So here Andrew now I go try to explain what him say is the logic of it. Listen to him.
It is, on the face of it, a common sense criticism. If you get $1.4 billion and 100,000 Jamaicans have been assessed as in need, spend it. I reflected on what I would say, because these days there's nothing that you say that is not critiqued unjustly, unfairly, unreasonably, and oftentimes misrepresented. Fake news and alternative facts, if not sometimes just downright lies to mislead. But that can't deter the response, because my job is to explain to the people, engage the people, and again, I've repeated this thing, the battle for the minds, right? Because there are those who are out there.
Jamaica, when you hear that, Andrew Wallace is admitting to you that there is a battle for the minds. He's battling for your mind. Well, let me say this to the people that are listening to me. I'm not battle for no mind. I don't want to control nobody. Everything I share is for you to open your mind, to think for yourself and come to your own conclusion. Some people disagree with me, and that is fine. I'm not trying to be the leader of anybody. You understand? And I could be wrong. So, sometime I might need correction, but Andrew Honest is battling for your mind. Una give him phone mind. Una make everything where I worship him, so everything him say, una work with it. And that una do. Me just ask, are you guys zombies to Andrew Honest? In my battle phone mind. Let me play it again.
The response, because my job is to explain to the people, engage the people, and again, I've repeated this thing, the battle for the minds, right? Because there are those who are out there just simply trying to get falsehood into your minds. Now, I want you to consider with me a few things. And I want to give you some facts as we discuss the issue as a family. The government of Jamaica is projected to spend 67 billion Jamaican dollars on the hurricane relief and recovery.
So him say 67 billion with emphasis. Jamaica, if you spend 67 billion and you have 2 trillion and the necessity, the need is 500 billion, would you consider that failure or success after 7 months? Let me say that again. If there is a need, if there is a necessity for 500 billion to be spent, and you spend 67 billion, doesn't the need far outweigh the effort? So how do you pat yourself on the back? So like when him said 67 billion, it make it sound like oh, this massive number, when you don't factor in what people actually need, how much people actually has not gotten any help yet. When you factor, and then you know what they do, and they're so skillful at this, is lie by omission. What about the $138.8 million from Hurricane Beryl that has not been spent? People donations again. So over here, so when I react, this is how I do it. So I don't want Andrew Wallace to put you to sleep. Open on the mind to him argument from here, so 67 billion don't mean nothing. Furthermore, the 1.44 billion should not be there after 7 months. That is the 100% what it is about. Even if basically they are telling us that he said that he would do it, he would buy tangible things with the money. Zine, well, we don't buy nothing with the money, and we need the people. Them still need the tangible things. Them people still live on a tarpaulin. So how can you defend the indefensible? But he's going to attempt it. Listen to this.
$67 billion. A large part of that would be the loan that we gave to the JPS so that you could have got back electricity faster than ever before in the history of restoration after any disaster in Jamaica. That was a strategic decision. It was highly criticized. Why is the government lending money to JPS? But the recovery was quick. Water and electricity came back very quickly. Very strategic. We thought about it. We thought deeply about it. We looked at the ramifications, and we took some good decisions. We have deployed out of that $67 billion, $10 billion for the roofs program.
Jamaica, again, $10 billion. He's emphasizing the billion to make it sound big to you. What is the actual need in monetary figures that people would need to get help? What is the actual need? You gave JPS 150 million US, $24 billion. See? And you put 10 billion towards roofing, towards the roofing program. Right? What was the need though? There's people that cannot get back light because them don't have a house for the light go to. This is the reality. And until the government admit they have failed, what they're going to do is to repeat their failures. Because all them do is pat themselves on the back. Yeah man, we do all that we could. Let's continue.
And close to 50,000 Jamaicans have been getting support through that program. Through the NHT, almost $2 billion has been spent, and that is not included in the $67 billion.
Jamaica. Oh my God, oh my days. Does this man understand what emergency means? Does he understand that the hurricane season is coming up in weeks and persons are still homeless? And he has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come out here and talk about numbers. Numbers? The only number that is significant is any Jamaican that has not got the help yet. That is the only number. Humble yourself, Prime Minister, and your government. Humble yourself. You are servants of the people. And if there's people not served, it means that you have not done your job and you have failed the people. Period. Point blank. There's no other conversation. None. No excuses. No we thought. No we did our best. You have failed the people. You have failed people from Beryl. 138 points. It's not like the money never needed to be spent. 101,000 US on top of that. You failed the people. There's no excuses. And I am not going to allow you to make those excuses. Not on my platform. I'm definitely going to point this out as I'm doing right now. Let's continue.
We are spending on the repair of schools. And as you go across Jamaica, you see several schools being repaired, repairs of hospitals and clinics that is being repaired, the restoration of road connectivities that is being done, and the removal of debris. That
Yo, this man just did not talk about the road. Brother, I'm going to tell you something. You better you never mention the road. None at all. You could have get away with the other thing that we talk about. But you see the road, nobody talk about the road. Spark, never spark. Do not talk about the road. Because that's one of the sorest point them. Access to communities. I see communities, I see one stop me in the news the other day. Where the community, after how much years, and them have to fix them on a road, or the road bad, and them can't access them community, and them have to fix them on a road. So please, stop it. Get some help. Get some help, man. Mighty God.
was a massive expenditure. We have never had to deal with that level of debris before in the history of Jamaica. When you look at Independence Park here and what it was and the market, government doesn't get credit for that because it's our job. That's what we must do. But we have to tackle this view that government isn't doing anything or that nothing has been done. And that
who is making the argument that nothing has been done? You see, this is what clever people do, or people that think that they're smarter than everybody else. In an argument and in a debate, they switch the conversation. The conversation, for me, has never, I can't speak for myself and others that I've listened to. The conversation for me, the conversation for me is not that the government has not done anything. The conversation has been the government has not done enough, especially with the resources that the government has. That is it. They have not moved with the level of speed needed for such an emergency, especially when it comes down to reaching the people and getting them back on their feet as fast as possible. The greatest resource of an economy is the people, because what? Once they are productive, they pay taxes. And the more taxes they pay, the faster the recovery. So this government work backwards. Hear what they want to do. Oh yes, we're going to put Nara together because we need to rebuild the city and make it look posh and nice. So what is going to happen? They're going to rebuild the city faster than persons are going to actually be helped to put back into a space where they have a home. So imagine you're homeless, but the city is nice. It's going to become New York City, where you have a bag of homeless people, but you have these high-rise buildings, and the oligarchs, they are making a lot of money, and the capitalist system, they are making a lot of money, but the people, the masses of the people, are in squalor. This is their approach. So it's not that we're saying that the government did not do anything. We're saying that the government has not done enough, and they have been patting themselves on the back and praising themselves like they have done so much. He's going to talk about logistics, and I am calling on Anthony Hilton. Sir, that is your expertise. I am calling on Anthony Hilton, the lawyer. I think he's the lawyer for the People's National Party. I am calling on you, sir. I need you to come out. Somebody tag Mr. Anthony Hilton for me, please, because you never know who is watching. Tag Mr. Anthony Hilton and make him know. Say, Sir Anthony Hilton, Bolo VNR is asking you to address the specific portion of this speech that Andrew Ones talked about, the logistics of dealing with the hurricane, relief, material, everything. Right? Because he made it seem as if, we just really did the best that we can, and it couldn't work any other way. And the time that we took, it's the most efficient time. That's what he did. Right? And I need Mr. Anthony Hilton to address that because he's the expert. I believe it's all BS. But Mr. Anthony Hilton, him addressing this can give it greater context. You understand? And detail as to why it would be nonsense. So I want him to answer that. Let's continue.
It is patently untrue. We can point to everything that we have done. But if you don't listen with discernment, you may fall into the trap of believing nothing was done. In all of that has happened, there has been no break in the national security of the country. That's it. Country is moving on, resilient, we're back up and we're going. This is not to say there isn't, there are problems obviously, but you're back up. I will say this to you. Jamaica got more foreign aid under Hurricane Gilbert.
Get some help.
Than it got under Hurricane Melissa.
Jamaica. Me a call for Ralston Hyman for that one. Andrew Wallace said Jamaica got more hurricane relief in a Hurricane Gilbert than Hurricane Melissa. I think this is a lie. I think it is a lie. But I want Ralston Hyman. And who would be the person on the other side, on the People's National Party with this portfolio to look into this? Mr. Who is the opposition well, I guess Mark Golden would have to address this one too. Yeah, Marky G. Sir Marky G. Sir Mark Golden. Sir, I would love to hear from you in regards to this argument by Andrew Williams. The PMP, Nikisha Burchell, I'm calling on what's the sweetheart name? Peter Gay Ferguson. Somebody tag Peter Gay for me there. Share this to publicly PG on TikTok. Tell us to forward over here. Me need them to check Andrew on that one. I don't believe him. Let's continue.
It's a different time. Jamaica has to stand up on its own 2 feet and do its own thing. As I'm saying, from our budget, $67 billion. Do you know how much we got in donations, cash donations? How much was it? $1.4 billion. How much?
What you say, Mama son?
I work a big money and I say Jamaica need to send up on them. No man there Canada, in the America, in travel there.
Oh my God!
When somebody say send up by your own, so you think by your own, you know, look my head from nobody, And then like him.
Mama son, no, Mama son. Mama son, you have to drop that phone bite after that. Hold on it.
Emotional damage. Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
I'm dead.
Hey, the co-host for the reaction, Mama son say, oh, what about some people who stand up on their own 2 feet and they go all over the place and beg money? Where's the lie though? Where is the lie, ladies and gentlemen? Let's continue.
What percentage is that of 67 billion, almost $70 billion? It's about 2% here about. Want to put things in context. Put it in context. Now, you also have to consider that we assess close to 100,000 persons as being in need. And we're giving the maximum grant of $500,000. If we had given the $1.4 billion in grants, how many Jamaicans would get 500,000? About 2,000.
Brother, what wrong with the money, man? Brother, you're going to say 2,000 people, a little bit of people. That no help your argument, bro. That no help your argument. If you're going to get 2,000 people who are in need of it, the money, instead of having it sit down, that's the better option. So you are said that you're not helping your own argument. You hear what I'm saying? How much the $1.44 billion would I actually do if you was to give out $500,000? How much people? Make we hear him again.
the maximum grant of $500,000. If we had given the $1.4 billion in grants, how many Jamaicans would get 500,000? About 2,500.
About 2,500. Then, brother, after 7 months, you are telling me, say, the best option, and if we have 2,500 more people, I get help. How do you sit here in front of well-thinking Jamaicans and the people them there and listen to you and nobody not throw water upon him? Somebody should have just throw water upon him. I most gentle thing you can do when you're frustrated, just dash some water upon him. How kind of foolishness that say man come tell the people them? People make me divide it and show no. Because we love calculator, you know, we love the maths, you know. $500,000. 2,880 people that get help. So what you tell me say? What you tell me say? On a deprive 2,880 people from get a $500,000 grant because you keep the money in the blur now they want to keep it. I know you want to come tell me say the right decision on the make. Look how they expose me tell you say, you better if you don't stop talking, I'm telling you, you know. Not say nothing, Andrew. You can't win. I tell you that. You can't win this argument. You better lock your mouth. There's no spinning this. No spinning. And then I come talk about, oh, you know, this is why we need Nara on a full of ish like crap to blows and skirt. Nara what? Nara would I make the money spend faster? Look, how come the People's National Party went through a stimulus system, got money, and spend the money and have accountability for everything in a short order? But Uno can't do the same. And Uno the government and Uno have more resources. Make that make sense. 2,880 people specifically the amount. Him say 2,500, you know. Him undersell it. 380 more people, how much? 400 more people. Him undersell it to 2,500. The maths not so good. That's why I'm going to pick calculator because I don't trust him. See? 2,880 people, ladies and gentlemen, could have gotten help for the $1.44 billion. My man, they from Westmoreland when I have nothing at all. We have farmer and then a rain and sun and everything. Now we sleep and they on the top all it. Him could have get one of the 500,000 and build up one good thing and go and help himself. Among some other old people, me say on the media, we're brave enough to come out and I tell you them plight on TikTok. So what is this man talking about? Hey, me say, yo.
So let me again put some more context to the conversation, and then you will begin to see that the common sense may not be so sensible after all.
Brother, you just expose yourself and have no common sense. You can't believe so you just say the $1.44 billion could have used to get 2,500 more people. The $500,000 grant. I can't believe so you just say that and then you talk about common sense. Hey, you know so I feel like say man he might develop dementia. I want him being sick. Because I don't know. Something wrong with him? Something up wrong with him.
Now, we got $400 million in building materials that we got from the private sector here, and I commend those who contributed to the building materials. I commend as well the government of Guyana, who contributed significantly to that. Now, I want you to walk with me. Do you know how many roofs we have put on so far? The JDF is here. We've gone close to about 400 and 500, close to 500. 500 roofs have been restored. You know how much it is to...
Andrew, you just open up your mouth and say a 500 roof want to put up. After 7 months.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Restore a roof, to put on a room and a half or 2 rooms, which is about what we do. It's just about $1 million or more. And we still projected to have some more roofs to put on. And
So Andrew, wanna spend $500 million put up roof. For that you tell you say. Fixing the roof. $500 million. So you could have fixed 1,000 more roof then. With the $1.44 billion, one never spend. Again, you shoot yourself in the foot. Let's continue. What you say, Mama son?
Judge, I say 2% spend most of the money, so. You want to do the rest of the money? And that we are asking for now. You do the rest of the money.
That's it. It's simple. But more get to the logistics part of the matter. Because more Mr. Anthony Hilton here this, you know.
That does not include the labor. And that is why we asked the JDF and we asked for international support. And at this point, I think I should say that it is the first time that Jamaica has received assistance directly from our African brothers and sisters who have come here, sent their troops here to assist in a tangible way. And we requested it. We asked for it when I went to the G20 and for the relationships that I have cultivated on the continent. We had the Rwandans come and we had Ghana come. And they helped us significantly. And I want to here publicly say thank you to them. And of course, thank you to the Guyanese Defense Force who helped us to restore roofs. And thanks to our own Jamaica Defense Force who did an amazing job in restoring roofs. Now, to come back to the point that I wanted to make to you. Now, all of those materials, $400 million worth of materials, they had to be trucked from where they were, either imported or in warehouses in Kingston. They had to be trucked here, and what else had to happen to them? The officers here from the JDF, they had to be stored. They had to be managed. They had to be secured. In other words, there's an entire logistics operation. So what you hear is roofs constructed, but you don't see all that goes in to have all those trucks move the materials here, to have them stored and secured. Now, the Auditor General report said, well, there was an administrative failure in the management of the material, meaning that when the materials are brought into store, they should be signed by both the JDF and ADPEM. And that is a fact. It did say the materials were stolen, but there was an administrative accounting failure. And why did that failure occur? As you are listening to it, all you are...
So, Andrew, if there's an accounting failure, isn't there a possibility for the things them to be stolen? Like, if I would think you want to talk to, like, yo, brother, and everybody's slow, bro. And everybody's slow. If there is an accounting default, that means everything will come in, sign off. If you not sign off, it's easy to move. It can be moved. Things can take off at the top. That's a possibility. That's why it's important for the signatures to say this came and this was received by whom. I used to be a supervisor, you know. I know about inventory, you know. Not at that scale, obviously, but the same principle applies. Nothing can come in the storeroom or go out of the storeroom if somebody don't sign for it. It cannot happen. Because the boss are going to say, well, on the thief, me something them. And we as the boss, we as the Jamaican people who are the boss, we are say, yo, we feel like on the thief, we stop them. So do the work on if you do it. Sign on if you sign. Be there when enough to be there. Let's continue. You not get paid a lot of money. Let's continue.
Hearing that they thief the material. But why did that occur? Well, for a simple reason. The JDF operates 24 hours, ADPEM operates 9 to 5, but the truckers are carrying in the material when? They're not carrying in the day when there's traffic and congestion. They're trying to get here using the least congested time. So by the time they reach here, ADPEM people are gone home. It's only JDF here to sign.
Jamaica, Andrew always just explain why they are incompetent. The man said the truck them come at night time, JDF work 24 hours, and ADPEM work from 9 to 5. Now hold on. in our emergency, right? I would think that you would make some concessions for accountability. Not true. Only not think that reasonable. One big excuse, don't it? Don't you think that's reasonable? So he is okay with ADPEM saying, listen, I just 95 alone me working up. So when the truck come, I never did it, so he never signed. What? What? This is what the man come out time out. He said to the people in Jamaica, Mr. Anthony Hilton, I am calling on you to address this argument from Andrew Oles. Marky G, I am calling on you to Nikisha Burchell, Queen of the South. Right? Peter J. Ferguson, I am calling on you all to address this argument from the... This is untenable. This is untenable. The man cannot get away with this, Jamaica. This level of foolery and argument. 9 to 5, 24 hours. You tell me say you can't have one smarty from ADPEM. If you work 24 hours, you couldn't pay one smarty from ADPEM. If you work 24 hours, split up in a 2 shift. You work 12 hours, you work 12 hours from ADPEM. So when the thing them come, somebody is always there to check off and sign, given that this is an emergency. You're telling me that my small brain can come up with that, but you as the Prime Minister, where I get paid the most money out of any Prime Minister in the Caribbean, couldn't come up with a common sense blows and solution like that? More smart make this make sense. I want somebody, they make all type of excuses to not have accountability. And then have the gall to tell us that nothing was stolen. How the hell do we know that? For sure. How? These are the things I'm talking about, Jamaica. The man must go away with the foolishness. He's soon done still.
But you see how it is positioned in your minds. So I want you to think again. In December, or late November, I addressed in a press conference this whole business of how we will treat with donated funds. And I said then that donated funds will be used to purchase building materials. It will be used to purchase things that are tangible, traceable, and for which it's easy to account. Impactful. That was the decision. Now, I want you to bear that in mind. That was in a press release from JIS. You can go and see it. It was said. Press release was on the 1st of December, 2025. Now, I tell you a little bit about myself. I went to the University of the West Indies and...
I don't want you not about that. I don't want you not about that. People, I've made my point. That argument about where I'm going to use the money for nonsense. Him still not use the money for do it. And the people then still need the supplies them. People them still need everything what them need. So him argument and nonsense. Rubbish him a chat. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Yeah, I'm foolish to say, man. More big up Mama P, you know. Yeah, man, we are going to Mama P right now, cause that brother, I swear. One Mama P. Ladies and gentlemen, a big lie has been told by the Jamaica Labour Party. Them tell only a lie, you know. Mama San, what you say? Mama San, tell me what you think about me when I chat say, yeah, man, before we go to the next thing, yeah, man. Cause this is a man a joke at the blows.
Rubbish.
But me say, yo, I can't believe
upset my spirit.
You man upset my spirit for true, man.
Man,
terrible, man.
Don't you say, you man go be government and you man go assassinate him. That's what I'm
talking about. Member say, Andrew say, you know. And you see, we should have put this in a reaction, but he just come to me a while ago. Member say, Andrew say, he put ADPEM in an office now because he saw these gaps, you know. So how comes gaps still did it? According to him, ADPEM supposed to operate more efficiently under his office. Share this live with 10 people, Jamaica. Them are hours there. We're supposed to see people are running on the program. Share the live, share up the live, share up the live. Don't know what's going on, but share up the live. You understand what I deal with? The man tell me that. The man say, yo, me I put it in my office because me see some gaps and we need to actually make sure say it operate very well because of this big disaster. But them still feel with logistics and all of them something there. But anyway, I'll move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we see them do something for Mama P in terms of building and them thing there, but you know, a lot of people is not aware, unfortunately, of what Mama P had sacrificed and the people at the time, the Jamaican people at the time behind Mama P, what they sacrificed. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, a lot of people don't know. And it's important that we visit the argument from time to time because, you know, this government have a tendency, or the Prime Minister have a tendency to come out and make a thing say, he is the one that is fiscally disciplined, or he is the one that did this. Genesis one in the building, she says, accounting failures and unquestionable goods. Yep. Modus operandi when Andrew is dealing with anything. Thank you so much, my darling. Laura Wheatley, how are you doing? I see you. Edwin Smith, greetings to you, my brother. Vernon, I had put the number in the chat of Vernon. I hope you wrote it down. And I tagged you as well. My phone number. He said, greetings to you, my brother. Always giving us great and important information. You're a true man of God. Your things are real. I love your program. I love your platform. Very informative and educational. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. When I reach man of God level yet, you know, we still have work to do. But anyway, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This was the head of the IMF. And before me go there, sir, let me just go to this article and make you hear this, right? This is the IMF lending case study for Jamaica. This is the International Monetary Fund. This is their website. All right, let's read.
Research, countries, capacity development, news, videos. Jamaica and the IMF, the power of partnership and ownership. May 2019. After gaining independence in 1962, Jamaica enjoyed strong economic growth and achieved middle-income status quickly. 3 decades later, income started to plateau, including following a massive financial crisis in the 1990s and a further setback after the 2008 global financial crisis. Challenges have ranged from policy missteps that led to high public debt to vulnerability to natural disasters, emigration and brain drain, and high crime. By 2013, Jamaica's public debt had reached a historic high of about 147% of GDP, making it one of the most indebted countries in the world. Program ownership and design. After a debt exchange in 2010 and yet another IMF-supported program that went off track, in 2011, the country was on the verge of an economic meltdown with no access to international capital markets. Jamaica once again turned to the IMF in spring 2013 for financial support.
Jamaica, I want to hear that. 2011, who was the government? Somebody Google it for me real quick now. Mama San gone. Big up Mama San. Mama San and move and groove now. Who was the government, Jamaica, in 2011? Who was the Prime Minister in 2011? That's what I want us to find out. Anybody? Let me see. Let's read. Yeah, that's a day one joke, Miss Genesis. Let's read. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to Miss Genesis. Always good to see you, ma'am. Love you so much. In 2011, Bruce Golding served as Prime Minister until 2011, October 2023. Andrew Holness served from October 2011 to January 2012. Good. So Andrew Holness was given the baton because of the whole Tivoli Garden incursion. I just wanted us to establish for sure what took place. You can Google it yourself. I would encourage you to do so. Let's continue. So the country was on an economic meltdown, on the verge of an economic meltdown, under the stewardship of Bruce Golding, Andrew Holness as a key leader of that party at the time, and others. Excuse me, the finance minister, everybody. They are all responsible for the country going on the verge of economic meltdown with no access to the international capital market. The IMF, none of them, nobody was lending us any money at any good rates. Jamaica once again turned to the IMF in 2013. Who was the Prime Minister in 2013? Mama P. Let's listen again.
Support. With its preceding weak track record of reform, significant budget financing from international and development partners was less forthcoming. Jamaica needed a second debt exchange and a primary surplus of 7.5% of GDP to help stabilize the economy and address long-standing structural challenges.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's 7.5% GDP surplus, primary surplus that was needed. You know what the People's National Party did? They consulted with the professionals, the economic professionals, the advisors, internationally and locally, and they were reluctant to dip into the National Housing Trust. And we have to put this into context. The Jamaica Labour Party is the reason why a responsible government led by Portia, the Right Honourable Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller, simply had to go to the housing trust money to actually reach the target of this 7.5% primary surplus of GDP. It is because of the government of the day before Mama P that caused her to actually have her back against the wall economically. I just want you guys to understand the full context and the gravity of the situation that we were in at the time in 2013, and this is the reason why this is the IMF website. You can't get a better source than this. And I'm going to read the last part here, so listen to this.
Challenges. The public said enough is enough. The Economic Program Oversight Committee was formed so that stakeholders from the private sector, unions, government, academia, and the media could come together to hold the government accountable for its reform commitments and fiscal discipline under the reform program. With that, as described by Finance Minister Nigel Clark, what began as an IMF program became Jamaica's program with IMF support.
So, ladies and gentlemen, an Economic Program Oversight Committee was formed, right? This is what they call EPAC. And this is what Andrew Holness tries to conflate EPAC with the NARA committee that he put. It's not the same. You hear what the committee was formed for. They were stakeholders from the private sector, unions, government, academia, the media. They came together to hold the government accountable for its reform committee commitments and fiscal discipline under the reform. There was a law that was established. It was in legislation. So it wasn't the same, okay, as JAMROC. The EPAC, JAMROC, it's not the same. All right, so let's get to, since we established the source of the information and the validity of it coming from the IMF website, the International Monetary Fund, right there in front of you. That's a case study. Let's go now to Mama P. This was when Miss Lagarde came to Jamaica. Listen to the IMF head on her visit to Jamaica 11 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly June 27, 2014. This is a progress report of what Mama P and her government and how they transform Jamaica from the economic meltdown that it was on the verge of. Let's continue.
As you heard earlier, Christine Lagarde, the Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund IMF, is in Jamaica on official business. Madame Lagarde, who is a native of France, was elected Managing Director of the multilateral agency on June 28, 2011, succeeding Dominic Strauss-Kahn. Her visit to Jamaica underscores the fund's support for Jamaica's economic reform program and signals her commitment to assisting the wider Caribbean. Just last week, the Executive Board of the IMF confirmed that Jamaica successfully passed all 4 tests on the year 1 of the extended fund facility. The country is set to receive another $70.9 million, bringing total disbursements to date to $414.4 million.
Jamaica, I want to see who that? Mr. Anthony Hilton, Dr. Peter Phillips. And Dr. Peter Phillips that? I always mix them up, you know. I always mix up Omar Davis with Dr. Peter Phillips. But the finance minister, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, and you're going to see Julian Robinson in this video as well. They were all there. I see Mama P there in the middle. Yes. And the late great with the agriculture, Roger Clark. The late great Roger Clark. Right? Let's continue. So I hear they passed 4 tests and it opened up more money now. So it was a very tight schedule in terms of if you don't pass these, you know, you're not gonna get any money in a bridge. To understand, so with it under pressure in Jamaica. High pressure from the IMF. Let's continue.
In the first year of program implementation, key reforms that had been pending for a long time were implemented. In particular, the tax incentive legislation approved by Parliament in December 2013 and the fiscal rule approved in March 2014. But there are other major reforms that are on the must-do list, including improving the collection of taxes so that there is no evasion and there is
no evasion. Which entity is accused of tax evasion? Which individual in a government, that whole government post or individuals, is accused of tax evasion? When Mr. Julian Robinson came to Parliament and did his budget speech and gave the government directives, his directives were a system in place to actually collect, be more efficient in tax collection. What has the government done so far in their push to fix that system? I want you guys to remember the date, you know, when this was set up. 2014, it's 12 years ago. We're in 2026. What has the government done? Was the Jamaica Labour Party listening to the IMF when she said this? What have they done, Jamaica, to maximize tax collection? Not collect more taxes, no, there's a difference. The taxes that is owed to the government, make sure that they get everything, or almost everything, as much as possible. What have they done? But let's continue.
This collection, modernizing the public sector and improving the business climate in order to pursue the attractiveness of Jamaica, which has caused foreign direct investment to significantly improve and increase over the last 12 months. Consistent implementation of these reforms will boost investor confidence and growth.
We are making further.
So, if the government of the day has not done those things that the IMF recommended 12 years ago, and those things are needed to boost investor confidence, what do you think is going to happen to Jamaica's economy? Why do you think Jamaica's economy is not growing under the Andrew Holness-led government? Any significant growth? Remember 5 in 4, a pipe dream that never happened? Let's continue.
Improvements in the business environment and implementing major projects in a timely way to serve as catalysts for growth and development. It is also the shared commitment of the government and the IMF that vital social safety net programs will be maintained to protect the most vulnerable, even as we press ahead with economic transformation.
So Mama P was always a champion for the poor. So even in that tough time, she was very adamant in making sure that she looked out for the little man and not put as less pressure on them as possible, right?
Madame Lagarde also responded to concerns about the slide in the value of the Jamaican dollar.
Well, I think you have to look back to where we were a year ago, where growth was collapsing, employment was going up.
Growth was collapsing, unemployment was going up. This is all because of the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. Andrea Burke, big up. This is all because of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Where reserves were running out and where Jamaica was bleeding its reserves in order to...
Reserves was running out and Jamaica was bleeding its reserves in order to keep the dollar at a level. Listen to the IMF.
Support a currency that was clearly where growth was collapsing, employment was going up, where reserves were running out, and where Jamaica was bleeding its reserves in order to support a currency that was clearly overvalued. So as a result of that, and to give all levers to the Jamaican authorities, and I'm talking here about the finance minister and the governor of central bank, it was necessary to determine a devaluation of the currency so that it could be at the right level of appreciation. It was clearly overappreciated. A lot has been done. There's still a little way to go, not much, still a little way to go, but it's clearly on a net value that you have to determine that.
See great Julian Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Devaluation. I don't like to use the word devaluation, and I prefer to use the word right valuation, because it may well be down the road as the program proceeds, as growth picks up, and as the reserves build up, that it will not be devaluation forever, and it might revaluate. Okay? So, right valuation has to do with determining the right currency level on the basis of production factors, on the basis of inflation differential, on the basis of competitiveness factors. Jamaica has the IMF full support. We stand ready to help in any way we can. But of course, it is up to the Jamaicans, with the public and private sector working in close harmony, to build a bright future.
Jamaica thanks Madame Lagarde and her team for the policy advice, technical assistance, and financial support, which have provided valuable contribution. It proved valuable in our continuing quest for economic prosperity.
So, we are going to move to Mama P, because we are on a Mama P today, you know. Yeah, man. We are talking about things about Mama, because some people don't know this, you know. Some of the young people out there, I never knew this before, so, and I am not so young. And I never knew, so you can imagine the younger people out there when I really read. When you come to the front of the class, man, somebody share this with a young person or two. You understand? And make them understand the history of our economics. So when Mama P was leaving in 2017, she had to come and set the record straight. So I laid the foundation. You guys see what happened and what Mama P had to deal with. And when you see the IMF head come visit, you know it's serious. Right? And of course she gave credit to the administration at the time, because she said, you know, a lot has been done, but there's still a little bit more to do. And the question is, what has this present government that has been running for 2 terms, going into the 3rd term, what have they done to you know, they talk about fiscal discipline, but what have they done to make sure that we fiscally grow? Apparently not much, because we're not really growing in it. Let's continue.
Mr. Speaker, I now turn to the 2017-18 budget, building on stable macroeconomic foundations. This budget, as presented by the government, undermines the principles of equity, fairness, and balance. It puts unnecessary pressure on the majority of the Jamaican people. This budget puts pressure on the small business operators, the unemployed, the taxi operators, the farmers, the pensioners, the students, the elderly, the sick. It puts pressure on the consumers. Mr. Speaker, it puts pressure on the Jamaican people. It did not have to be so. This could have been avoided. We could have had a budget without the government imposing almost $29 billion in taxation. It is the reckless political promises which were made without regard for the fiscal realities of the country that causes us to be at this point today. That's right.
Nobody could have stood up on a point of order and said that Mama P was misleading the House. Everything she said a while ago is the truth. And they are, if you look at their faces, you know, for those that are on YouTube, obviously, because if you're on TikTok, you have to come over to YouTube. The link is in my bio on my YouTube page. If you look at the faces of the Jamaica Labour Party members when Mama P was talking, shame tree don't grab Belmont Road in a butt. I saw a little bit of shame there. I guess the tree was growing at the time. Look at them.
We warned that if the tax threshold was lifted to the promised 1.5 million, you would have had to impose new taxes on the backs of the people. That is what we said. This is what is now happening. The member from East Central, St. Andrew, warned you. I warned you. Now hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans will have to pay even though they will not benefit. They will have to bear the cost of your recklessness. This could have been avoided. As one person told me, it is the biggest political trick to have ever been perpetrated on the Jamaican people. In fact, 15 minutes after the presentation by the Minister of Finance, someone tweeted, and I quote, chapter 1 of 1 Andrew verse 2. I don't know why they did it. The announcement did not come from the Prime Minister. It came from the Minister of Finance. And he said, I may give you 1.5, but I will take 1.6. Such is the road to prosperity. End of
That was Artie's tweet. No. Artie, don't tweet it.
Minister, it came from the Minister of Finance. And he said, I may give you 1.5, but I will take 1.6. Such is the road to prosperity. End of.
I will give you 1.5, but I will take 1.6. Jamaica, it's the same playbook. It's the same playbook. They are doing the same thing right now as we speak to the Jamaican people. A 6 for 9 is a 6 for 9 government. Can man them Jamaica. You remember when they gave you the $20,000? In the pandemic, somehow the $20,000, and they said it's the first time the government on tax break. They didn't tell you that it was retroactive, did they? And they didn't tell you what that meant, did they? I go and find it. I go and find it. Continue, Mama P. I go and find it for me.
That was Artie's tweet. No. Artie, don't tweet it. No. I don't hear.
On Saturday night at the National Stadium, popular artist Bounty Killer, the man described as the poor people governor, told a large crowd, and I quote, them give away 1.5 tax cut, but then take it back with 2 hands. When you tax energy, you tax all the baby. Yes, because their mother happy boil the tea. Who know wicked? End of quote. dead. I know me say so. A bounty say so. Mr. Speaker, there is general consensus in Jamaica that poor people are fed up. This budget is unjust. This budget is counterproductive. This budget has no heart. Business people say this budget is going to make their businesses uncompetitive. Trade unions say the measures are nearly criminal. The government must listen to the people. The government must roll back taxes. I know it can be done. In 2012, Mr. Speaker, in 2012, we rolled back the tax on electricity, which was imposed on residential users by the JLP administration.
Jamaica, I am so happy that I am playing this video because I have that article that you just mentioned a while ago. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I have it.
When my administration had to impose tax on electricity in 2015, we applied it only to residential consumption of electricity above 350 kilowatt hours per month. With this approach, only 6% of JPS customers were affected. We spared.
Oh my God. Mama P, where you say a while ago? Only 6% of the Jamaican customers was affected by that? No man. Jamaica, me have to pause. No, we have to give Mama P our respect. Me have to find the exact document because I have it in my files them. That same document that you talk about, me have to find it. You remember good. I'm going to big up Mr. Wayne also because I'm the first person me see put up the document there on his page. I don't know if anybody else put it up and remind people, but Mr. Wayne Lonesome, the encyclopedia, surely did so. You understand me? I deal with so big up Mr. Wayne Lonesome for that. Let me see if I can find it here so through them pictures here. This is some IC document also.
Oh, he's the Prime Minister.
No, I don't watch that. No watch that. Okay. Right. Alright. I guess I have to search for it directly because it's supposed to be in one of them files there, you know. Yeah, man, Mama P, me not even know that the detail. Only 6% of the people was affected. While Mama P are really poor, you know, she really look out for poor people there, man. I hate this government remove tax. See that Jamaica? Government remove GCT on residential light bill June 5th, 2012. The government has removed the general consumption tax on electricity bill for residential customers, making good on an election promise. This was announced by Prime Minister the Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller on June 5th while making her contribution to the 2012 or 2013 budget debate in the House of Representatives. Now, what is important to note, guys, is that act, that move that Mama P made was then reversed by the Jamaica Labour Party in 2017. Look at the document in front of you showing how these people are wicked, you know. President and CEO of Jamaica Public Service JPS, Kelly Tomlin, says most of our customers will likely to see an increase in their electricity bill. This as the government yesterday announced. Let me go back. The change was announced yesterday by Finance Minister Audley Shaw during his budget presentation. A 16.5% general consumption tax GCT will be added to the bill of all JPS customers who use more than 150 kilowatt hour monthly. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it over here. So on Bolo and our clips. See it there. right? Minister Shaw says that the move will not affect 61% of residential customers. However, Ms. Tomlin says average electricity usage is going up and currently above that threshold. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know why your light bills are high right now, blame the government because of what they did in 2017 when they added this 16.5% of general consumption tax, which Mama P removed in 2012. Who is really for the poor? Who is really caring for the people? These are facts. These are not what Bolo is saying. This is on document and it's there as proof and evidence. Anita Brown, big up. So when you hear Mama P say what she said a while ago, we have the proof, Jamaica. She not talk out her side her mouth. Make we listen Mama P again.
Only the residential consumption of electricity above rolled back the tax on electricity, which was imposed on residential users. In 2012, Mr. Speaker, in 2012, we rolled back the tax on electricity, which was imposed on residential users by the JLP administration. And
as soon as Mama P, see him there? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. And as soon as the JLP go in a power, then put back the tax for the people. You know how wicked a government done this? And then them come talk about no new taxes. Them they need to do the new tax when they might take 16.5% general consumption tax for light bill alone. You don't know how much money government a collect off JPS with the GCT. You don't know how much money they collect. All Ralston Iman talk about it. See him there? Him are the culprit, ladies and gentlemen. Him are Andrew Honest. Man a yard. Man a yard. Put pressure upon poor people. In the article, him claiming in the article, say, I'm going to show the article again. Him claiming in the article, say, it will not affect 61% of the Jamaican people. But the person that is the professional, that is the expert, Ms. Tomlin, says, average electricity usage is going up and is currently above threshold. So even if the Andrew Honest-led government didn't make a mistake, why have they not changed it since then? It is still there, ladies and gentlemen. Them not change nothing. And if them change something, you can correct me. I don't know about no change. You hear what I said? I don't know about no change in the general consumption tax. That's why the light bill still high right now. Blame Andrew and Manayard. Andrew was the Prime Minister and he was the Finance Minister. A them caused it. Wicked them wicked. Let's continue.
Administration had to impose tax on electricity in 2015. We applied it only to residential consumption of electricity above 350 kilowatt hours per month.
Jamaica, when you hear that? The threshold that Mama P used in 2015 was about 350 kilowatt per hour. What did the government do? They put it to 150 kilowatt per hour monthly in 2017. That them do and drop on the GCT for the people and spread, and then tell us that 61% of the people would not be affected when more than 61 was affected. Oh, so the majority of Jamaica, the little man suffered because of the Jamaica Labour Party with high light bill. Let's continue and still suffering.
With this approach, only 6% of JPS customers were affected. We spared the
Jamaica. Mama P approach, only a small percentage of Jamaica was affected. 66%. 94% of Jamaican people were not affected. You know who I use 350 kilowatt per hour? The big boys. the big boys them, and them was getting, and them did have to pay some more money for them like them. Not poor people. So who is really for the people? Big up Mama P again. Big up Mama P again. You know which people can't pay their light bill now because Andrew Wallace Bernard. Huh? Good evening, Janet. How you doing, Janet Murray? Big up yourself.
The overwhelming majority of persons. That is the difference between that side and this side. Now, Mr. Speaker, this government is again forcing hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans to pay tax on light bills, and it is called prosperity. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is really taxperity. In fact, what the government is doing is giving JPS customers a double whammy. Yes. First, by increasing the tax on heavy fuel oil, yes, which the JPS has said they will have to pass this fuel tax on to consumers. In addition to the increase, they have put 16.5% GCT on light bills. The people will have to pay twice. What a wicked act.
Jamaica, wanna hear that? And the wicked act is continuing up to this day. They have not changed. They have not changed, Jamaica.
This is oppressive. A tax on residential electricity will seriously affect many small business people operating out of their homes. I have been told that some of the medium-sized refrigerators can burn 150 kilowatt hour of electricity per month. The pensioners who need that refrigerator to preserve his or her medication will have to pay this tax.
Yo, wanna hear the level of detail and care? I want you guys to listen to that again from Mama P. No, seriously. What a lady. Mighty God.
That some of the medium-sized refrigerators can burn 150 kilowatt hour of electricity per month.
So she's looking at how this would affect the small man, you know. One refrigerator, you know. That person that have the medication in the refrigerator, it's going to cost them more to keep the medication. Hey, the government are wicked still, you know? When they really look on it, you know, them not have no care for people, you know. Mighty God.
The pensioners who need that refrigerator to preserve his or her medication will have to pay this tax. The parents of that student burning the midnight light to pass his exam or her exam will have to pay this tax.
Alright, so let me answer that somebody in the comment section. Because I tell you, say, sometimes I have to wonder about the labor right. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. Come on, man. You have to have some shame. Have some shame, man. Have some shame. You have to have shame, man. See? You have to have shame. Zach, what? Zach, what? We'll put up this Spanish screen so people can see. We'll put up this Spanish screen. Make sure screenshotting. 1 second, my people. Put up this Spanish screen. We are going to adjust the comment, alright? Because this is just foolery. Absolute foolery. Alright, so this person say what? Where is the opposition in all of this? Padlock is on their mouth. Why are they not talking out when they have so much to talk about? This is a very disappointing but unsurprising comment from a Labour. Where have you been? Have you been living in under a rock? What you mean, where is the opposition? You know, facts and evidence and proof are the best thing, you know. So let me go to the evidence. Let me show you where the opposition is. Team PMP, YouTube. Team PMP. And the PMP has spoken about this electricity thing many, many times. They talk about the, what you call it, the edge tax, where the government is not funding the actual insurance for the edge tax, right? Them say, where is the PMP, right? So this is a press conference on the PMP 8 days ago. This is another one 2 weeks ago. They have been in the parliament working all of those other videos. They did a press conference 1 month ago, right, on key issues. You have Nikisha Burchell. You have Miss Peter Gay Ferguson dealing with Unfiltered. Nikisha Burchell with her program. The PMP has been very active, ladies and gentlemen, on a more day-to-day basis in terms of advocating on behalf of the people. You can go to Facebook and go to Team PMP, the People's National Party, rather. Right? Oh, big up Zulika Jess. We soon look on that video there. So the PMP, oh, there's a new Unfiltered 8 hours ago. I definitely have to check that out. Big up my sister, Peter Gay Ferguson, the word is love. Right? So 8 hours ago, she put out a video. Mark Golding is advocating on behalf of the FLA report to be tabled. What is this person talking about? In the comment section, Zakana, what did I talk about? On all fronts, the People's National Party as an opposition is standing on behalf of the people. On all fronts, right? The public deserves to know what is in the report. See, what is this? Mark Golding on the media talking about the FLA report to be tabled. Pressing. Where is it? Look at this. Fitz Jackson talking about on PD TV. You guys definitely need to watch that interview if you haven't already. Right? Peter Gay Ferguson on PD TV. Who was this? Mr. What name? Peter Bunting on CVM TV. Talking about the FLA report. Where have you been? Miss Duncan came on Midday Connection on PD TV. Talking about the situation with Lataya Butcher Bolgin. Where have you been? The FLA report again. Queen of the South pressing for this report to be tabled. Where have you been? Don't open your mouth and talk foolishness in my comment section, man. About the opposition. Anytime when I talk about the opposition, make sure someone talk the truth. Okay? That is it. Make sure someone talk the truth when they talk about the opposition. Because the evidence is quite clear. The amount of order. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Mama P. Where she there? Yes.
Kilowatt hour of electricity per month. The pensioners who need that refrigerator to preserve his or her medication will have to pay this tax. The parents of that student burning the midnight light to pass his exam or her exam will have to pay this tax. The teacher who mark the homework late at night will have to pay this tax. The suck vendor trying to feed his or her family will have to pay this tax.
And then, isn't this the PMP advocated on behalf of the people from 2017? And then you people voted back in the government we are suffering. And you want the opposition to help you. You to help you damn self and go to the polls and vote out the people when election come. And from 2017 they were suffering, you know. And when I talk about the People's National Party, come to think of it. You know, so this is money a real kunomono do. A real back of the class, you know. Now you tell me, what kind of comment this you put in my comment section? When you see at the PMP, a mama P there on the screen, you know, and I say, yo, Bridget, on the need for the better. On a suffer the people, and she advocate on behalf of the people, So how can you say that the PMP not doing anything? Why are they not talking out when they have so much to talk about? What kind of nonsense is that? Just dunce. Sure.
The hairdresser will have to pay this tax. Mr. Speaker, as a member of Parliament for an inner city constituency, the Prime Minister should know that many of our people, and he would have a number like me, of our people survive by doing a little business from their homes. This tax package has given a direct aim.
Look for ugly blouse and skirt, big nose, Andrew. Look for him. As American, in the business, in the care, and look for him. Like him, I said, man, just don't talk, man, because we're not going to listen to what you say. We are going to do our own thing. We're not stop tax the hell out of them. And them are going to vote for we again when we suffer them blur now. Look on him face. And that him say on him face now. Shut your girl.
By doing a little business from their homes. This tax package has given a direct aim at the poor. When you increase taxes on gas, diesel, and cooking gas, the working class and the poor will suffer the most. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My administration made every effort to protect the most vulnerable, even though we were faced with an economy about to collapse, no support from multilateral partners, high and unsustainable levels of national debt, mounting joblessness, and skyrocketing inflation, which is the worst tax on the poor people.
Skyrocketing inflation is the worst tax on poor people. Jamaica, you know to say worst tax the pound right now. There's a skyrocketing inflation taking place with what is going on globally. And the bag of importing and lack of productivity by the agricultural sector. Again, the government has failed the people. The government has failed the people. My heart calm, man. My heart calm. I'm good.
My biggest concern is what effect this recklessness will have on the long-term health of the economy. After all,
why Mama P, they say without vision you have to perish. And I tell you, say, you had the vision because the long-term effect on the economy are show it ugly head right now. And no people don't realize Hurricane Melissa totally shake we up and show with that. Listen. Yes, Miss Genesis, he has zero care. Him no business, you can't see it on his face. Me as somebody will read body language and facial expression, You understand? You can't fool me and trick me and say you business about me. Right? You can't trick me that you actually care when you don't care. I can see it all over your face. I can see it from your action and your body language. The non-verbal cues is what you have to pay attention to. You get me? And if you really look into this government when they're operating in this space in the parliament, Virgin, them not care, they're not business. They're not business about the people. It's nothing. I want you guys to go back to the first sitting. The first sitting after Hurricane Melissa in the parliament. Just go back and look. And look at how these people were just, behaving in the parliament while serious issues were being discussed. Oh, not me? Okay.
The sacrifices that the Jamaican people have made to achieve economic stability, the country cannot stand by and let this government squander the hard-won gains. I remember 2011 when the previous JLP government unilaterally abandoned the standby agreement without implementing the necessary reform measures to which they had agreed. Mr. Speaker, the consequences were devastating. Do you remember that our economy was closed off from access to the international financial markets and from multilateral and bilateral funding sources? Do you remember that we lacked the IMF seal of approval, which is a precondition for such financing? Do you remember that no one would lend Jamaica money at affordable rates and that our foreign reserves were dwindling? Do you remember that investor confidence had dried up? Do you remember the trust deficit? Jamaica was on the edge of a precipice. Jamaica was hanging by a thread. Many pundits had written us off. Mr. Speaker, many Jamaicans would not have known the extent to which we worked as a government to restore Jamaica's standing with the IMF and other international partners. I remember how utterly discouraging and at times embarrassing it was for us. There were those within the international financial community who felt that Jamaica should be allowed to fail. The actions of the previous government led them to believe that Jamaica could not be trusted. No one was willing to bank on Jamaica. Mr. Speaker, that is why it took my administration 1 year to get an agreement.
1 year.
Me say, you better put some respect for Mama P name. All on the lab that out there right now. If I never be Mama P and the People's National Party, dog me I'm gonna suffer. Jamaica, you know say you have labor rights that choose Jamaica but run from Jamaica after them choose Jamaica. You didn't know that? And go live overseas. You didn't know that? And they claim that the government, it's prosperity and all of this. But they run from Jamaica. I got a video, I was like, wow. I don't know if I ever played it. No, I don't think I ever played it. I might just have to. Let's continue.
Once we had an agreement, many said we would not stay the course. I was described as too populist. Well, any politician that don't have some popularity did. Many said I did not have the guts to implement the tough measures required to fix Jamaica's economy. I don't know who wanted to test the strength of a woman. They said I would not use my political capital. Well, we proved all the naysayers wrong. We were determined to restore Jamaica's honor, dignity, and good name in the world. And Mr. Speaker, we did all of this in the interest of the Jamaican people. This talk of economic, the big three agencies that rate the economies of the world, Standard & Poor's, Fitch and Moody's, all agreed that we were meeting or surpassing our macroeconomic targets.
These things are on record, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, so Mama P touched our Minister of Finance a while ago after she said that. Hey, Mama P, may I tell her, she was something else. She was something else. I'm not saying nobody's perfect. I'm not saying she never did anything wrong in the eyes of the Lord. I could never say that. But there are some very good things about this lady. And in terms of politically and what she had done for the country, her good would far outweigh any bad that she ever did, as far as I'm seeing. Because she only had 4 years at the wicket. Only 4 years. And she has done more for this country than Andrew Holness in the last 10 years. Everything that Andrew Holness is living off of, Mama P and the People's National Party. If Mama P and the People's National Party was not in power, Jamaica would have been sold. Jamaica economy would have died already under the Jamaica Labour Party. If the Jamaica Labour Party had the country when Mama P had the country, Jamaica, the whole country would have been sold already. Your children would have been sold already. How would they sell your children? Well, repaying debt. That's how you sell your children. It's not literally that Lady J, it's not literally that them select it. But the debt that would have been incurred to get Jamaica out of the hole that it was in. You think the Jamaica Labour Party could have, with their sticky fingers and their indiscipline, the only reason why they are disciplined now is because there's a law that forces them to be disciplined. All you have to do is look at the Naira bill and it shows you how they don't like discipline. Because they want to overthrow all of the disciplinary bodies. to do what they want, all in the name of speed. Not accountability. Speed. You ever hear them say? Shortcut, draw blood? Alright.
They upgraded Jamaica's credit worthiness. Financiers and insurers were demonstrating.
By the way, that is Miss Portia's, Mrs. Simpson's husband. That's her husband right there, for those who don't know. Yes, yes.
Creating improved confidence in Jamaica by providing support to firms wanting to invest in Jamaica. For the first time in 2015, the Bank of Jamaica reported significant activity in the microfinance sector. The wheels of the economy were beginning to turn once again. Business and consumer confidence reached an all-time high. Under our watch, foreign direct investments rebounded from a paltry US $208 million in 2011 to $707 million US in 2014.
Jamaica, who that? Jamaica is there, who that? Who this?
In 3 years, my government landed $81.3 billion Jamaican dollars worth of investments in the economy. We achieved unprecedented growth in emerging business process outsourcing, the BPO sector, that had a direct impact on reducing youth unemployment. We increased the housing stock and led a robust program for the construction of over 9,000 additional houses.
One Senator Lambert Brown, you remember good.
Mr. Speaker, I made that announcement in Balaclava in December 2015. We expanded the tourism sector, resulting in new hotels, some of which are now under construction, and we created thousands of new jobs. Manufacturing was on the rebound. The agricultural sector was showing signs of significant growth. All international indices, including ease of doing business and competitiveness indices, and the logistics sector performance indices, were favorable. The North-South Highway that we conceptualized was completed.
So Jamaica, Mama P did all of that while the country was on the verge of economic meltdown. I want you guys to really let that sink in. Mama P, how you doing, Alicia? Mama P and the People's National Party increased, housing, people getting housing and all of that. Affordable housing. Built highways. You understand? Improved the logistics systems. Improved agriculture. Right? Improved the economy. Right? While when she went into power, they were on the verge of economic. And also put a economic reform in place that seen it benefiting us as a Jamaican people right now. The fiscal prudence and fiscal discipline is in the fiscal papers that the People's National Party put together with the help of the IMF and others. Right? No, the People's National. And then when I see people come in the comment section and say, boy, the PMP couldn't know better if I didn't be in a power now, I question your intelligence. I really do. I question those persons' level of dunceness, as a matter of fact. Because it's not in the intelligence, you're just dunce. Curious, big up. Because you could not be looking at the political history and telling me that the People's National Party has not shown us that under high stress environments, they can still grow the economy and get us out of a hole. They have done it several times. So what is this idiot argument where they're making in the air to run them way, man?
It is not just a road. It is not just a road, but it's part of a critical infrastructure for economic development and productive gains. We passed all IMF quarterly tests, 11 in all.
11 IMF quarterly tests was passed, ladies and gentlemen. All of them. While the Jamaica Labour Party could not pass one. They didn't even attempt the test. Them flunk it. They never show up. That's why we were in economic, on the verge of economic meltdown. So who is really fiscally disciplined? Mama P left the economy in such a great state that Andrew Ones said, wow. Andrew Ones, when my man from Leachin and the one from Nigel Clark and the next one from Sanders said, listen, a 5 in 4. Yeah man, 5% growth in 4 years, man. Never happened. Pipe dream. Pipe dream. To the point where now you have Leachin coming out pretty much bashing the government and bashing the economy based off this commentary. The man they mash up the country, man. Mash up the country.
Everyone, 11 in all, I'm happy to see that this administration now understands the importance of passing IMF tests. Mr. Speaker, I have a question.
You know why she said that a while ago? Because Andrew Ones criticized Mama P that all she doing is passing IMF tests and not passing the people's tests. So now she dash it back for him and say, I'm glad now that they realize how important it is to pass the IMF test. Same way so, Mama P. Same way so. Eh? Said it with class.
For my very good friend, the Minister of Finance, who was always talking about passing the people's tests.
I apologize. A Manayard says so, not Andrew. Manayard, yes.
Are these tax measures your way of passing the people's tests? Bunty don't think so. The talk show host don't think so. And the people definitely don't think so. We laid the foundation, we built the framework, and we set the momentum for economic growth and job creation. I call on the people of Jamaica, I call on all members of this honorable house to be vigilant. The hard-won gains we made must not be squandered.
My side, sorry about that. I never realized so they didn't see me, you know. So, only see how Mama P deal with the thing. Mama P make them know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. And everything what she say are facts. She not telling no lie. Nobody couldn't debunk nothing what she say in that speech there. That was 100%. And we have to give the lady and her administration credit. We have to give the finance minister credit. Then you hear Ralston Hyman. Ralston Hyman was one of the biggest critics of the finance minister of the People's National Party. And when you hear him say, Bridget, the man is the man. The man is the man. And the man do the job. Anyway, we want to remind Andrew Ones of something, you know. Yeah, man, we want to remind Andrew of something. See? Something very important. Outside of what we just talked about a while ago, which is definitely a reminder for some people, and also it is a learning point for some, because you know they just didn't know. Oh, I said that I wanted to show you guys something in terms of what you call what's that terminology again? Something about taxes. The $20,000. The $20,000 with them give people in a pandemic. Yeah, them trick them, you know. Them trick them. Them not really don't feed people in Jamaica. I'm so glad I remembered. I need to find it. Ralston Hyman was the one that exposed the speaker, the Jamaica Labour Party government for misleading and the people through omission, you know, just to make themselves look good. You know what I mean? I'm going to find it still. Don't worry about yourself. I guess it's further down because, yeah, it has to be further down. Ralston Hyman and this and what's your name? Fearbad Williams. Fearbad Williams. Oh, is it this one? They have not done. Equations are complex. Where is it? A whole heap of video. Hey, people, if you go check out my TikTok video, them, you know. Hey, me not talk foolishness for my TikTok, you know. One day, when you just go and scroll, man, and listen, and learn something, man, I tell you. No look a joke. When I learn some things, man. A lot of the times, me get to clip up certain things, but important and put it on TikTok. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. Is important. Some of the time, me just load them. I not tell you lie. Me just load them. You know, other people do a good job of pointing out some key things as well. Some just repost for them things. I'm gonna do nothing for myself. You see me? Cause it don't make no sense me reinvent the wheel. But when me catch it, you know, when it fresh, like when me I watch a live and it fresh, I want you, man. When me I catch a live and it fresh, man, I don't know, nah, man. Sharon, how you doing, my baby? Play more Porsche clips each day of their life. You know, so me go try. Me don't know if we can do that all the while, but me go try. But that is a big part of Porsche legacy when we just play a while ago, you know. The way how she bring back the economy is huge. It's one of her greatest achievements as an administration, given the difficulty and the environment that she was playing in. She did a lot more, you know. And even while she was doing that, if you listen to what she said, all of the other things that she mentioned, man, I'm telling you, the lady and her team, they were phenomenal. If they were the one running the country right now, given the battle readiness that they had, going through all of that, I'm telling you. Let me see if it's this video. Hold on. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news from Ralston Hyman. Listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, say dial vast run out. Hear them something here.
Today.
Dr. Alfred Dawes asked Favour Williams. That's not it. It look like them change up, because there's a specific word that I look for in the thumbnail that I'm not seeing. It's like them change up the thumbnail on me that I set for my life, and that's not cool. For my video, the thumbnail is very important because it speaks to what actually happened. It speaks to what actually took place. Consecutive negative decline. I don't think it's this enough. So government has implemented our video. See if I hit this. Alright, a different something that. That the one there is about taxing the people after a hurricane. See about that one here. Probably have to move on, you know. I don't like when I have a reference and I don't find it. Let me see if I get this. You know, sir, last time I man say a thing and him teach me something. So I share it to them because you know some of the problem don't know neither. Somehow. So they have to learn. Listen to this. This about the speech from that was a speech, it wasn't a budget debate. The speech from Favour Williams. Gigantic waste of time, but listen to this.
Fiscal. You hear a rally? Yeah, revenue neutral means that you collect back the taxes. At first you said it wouldn't be revenue neutral. It would cost us nothing. Yeah. But for the people of Jamaica, revenue neutral means that you collect back the money where you give it. Absolutely.
So, when she in a parliament that talk about no taxes and revenue neutral, so fearful, when you take back the money when you give it. So, what was that benefit to us? We never do anything for you. We do it to make yourself look good because you know so most people don't know what revenue neutral means. Well, we are here to echo the voice of Rasta man. Let's continue.
And at first say to the cost is nothing. And again, by way of history, in 2012, all those tax packages that we had between 2013 and 2016 was due to the JP government mismanagement of the economy, running up the debt to GDP ratio to 150%, causing us to be locked out of the international capital markets. And as a result of that, the government had imposed those taxes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, revenue neutral. Revenue neutral means that they took back the money in taxes. So that the $20,000 when them give a portion of people and they say, oh, they gave you tax back. And we pay for that. And the government didn't give it away. We had to pay them back. So it came back out of our taxes. That's what, go look up what revenue neutral mean. So they deceived the people, act as if they gave them something. But they took it back. Real con artists them Jamaica, but we are go to the word, you know. We are go to the word now, the prophetic word. You understand? For sure, Andrew said, all of these deception we have come out the road with. Brother, your time short, brother. Your time short, and that's what thus said the Lord. You know what you have done to the people of Jamaica. So you can continue to come and deceive them into thinking that you have done right by the people when anyway thinking Jamaican can say you have done wrong. Listen to the man of God. Listen to the warnings that Andrew gave. This was last year, November 6th. Apostle Jeffrey shot the word. An open call to the Prime Minister.
So woe be unto those who are partnering with the revivalists. Partnering, hallelujah, with the Rastafarians. Partnering with the New Agers in the so-called interfaith collaboration. The Lord says, I am not a part of it. And I shall show open signs of my displeasure, said the Lord. Again, count 40 days from October 28th, when Melissa made landfall. The Lord says, watch my hand, watch my finger as I move across this nation. And so this again is an open call to the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Remember, the prophetic word is that your victory shall be a Pyrrhic victory. And if you think you see turmoil and hardship and difficulties, you ain't seen anything yet, saith the Lord. For the longer you take to comply with my instructions, the more difficult it will be for you to govern the nation. The Lord says, I will make your brief tenure, hallelujah, that's very interesting. I will make your brief tenure tenuous, saith the Lord. Tenuous and painful, saith the Lord. You still have the chance to listen to my voice. The Lord says, I have exposed you to my servants of the Lord over the years. You know the authentic vessels of God. Align yourself with them so that I, the Lord God, can extend grace, mercy, and favor to you so that you will be able to navigate or lead this nation through this moment of unprecedented crisis. The Lord says, worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Let me say it one more time. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. So woe be unto those who are partnering with the revivalists, partnering, hallelujah, with the Rastafarians, partnering with the New Agers in the
who will suffer. And when we say people, meaning categories, will be the oligarchs. The frightening things about what is up ahead is that the Lord says, among the peoples who will suffer, and when we say people, meaning categories, will be the oligarchs. Those so-called wealthy people. He will be targeting them with precision. He's going to mash them down. They're going to suffer big time. So with all of that which is in the pipeline, plus a number of different aspects of the judgment, that is, a screw is being tightened, right? It's being driven in, so to speak. So we are getting closer and closer and closer. And this is also the year of the screw. Many people don't know that, right? The year of the nail. Vav means nail. It means screw. It means hook. Remember I tell you, it means so much. So when you hear us using these terminologies, we are not picking things up and just talking for the sake of talking. The screw is being driven in. We also, on top of that, have to brace ourselves for external intervention. I'm saying it that way because we obviously don't necessarily want to cause any wide-scale panic or any panic whatsoever. But prophetically, we are seeing external intervention, and it will come in different ways. I could say more, but I'm not. So these are things that we are praying through. Remember, not everything that is revealed we can share on air, but also external intervention. Remember also the prophetic word, ruffling of feathers, plucking out of feathers, clipping of wings. That's going to also, that is playing itself out and it's going to manifest. Matters having to do with visa and all sorts of stuff. So we ain't seen anything yet. Let me take it further. Do you see what Lady Diana is to come on shortly? She'll be giving us the roundup in terms of US and other international things. And then when she's finished, I'll be more pointed. But let me just mention this. Do you see what is happening to oil prices? Do you see what is happening to international stock markets? So all those who have been talking about, with this, the economy is this and what, and we have been saying to persons, this island, not just the island of Jamaica, the world is under judgment, yes, but we are focusing particularly on Jamaica because the fact of the matter is, Jamaica should have been one of the most prosperous of places on earth if leaders, those who have been given the responsibility to have been leading the nation, if we were leading in righteousness, Jamaica by this point, our 60-odd birthday, right? We're approaching our 64th birthday soon, in a few months from now. This island of Jamaica should have been one of the safest and most prosperous of the nations in the Caribbean, the islands in the Caribbean, and certainly in the world. But alas, political administration after political administration, we have leaders who have turned away from God. And with turning away from God, look at the result. Corruption taking over the nation like a cancer, and all the other maladies and vices. So the time has come when the Lord is saying enough is enough, because 2027 is pivotal for Jamaica. So there are certain things that must happen this 2026. And remember, it was on the 6th day that creation ended. The cycle of creation ended. It was on the 6th day that man was created by God. Many people don't realize. So that is why 6 means a cycle, end of cycle. It also speaks to the human cycle. It also speaks to imperfections. Yeah? It also speaks to connection. It is also the number of man. That's why the Antichrist has latched onto it. Satan has latched onto it. And remember, we're going to be doing a teaching on it. Because 666 is Vav, Vav, Vav. That's what it is. What does that mean? We look at it. So we're at a crucial place and a crucial point. So if we think things are going to be pretty, the only way things will settle and be better as we go deeper into the year is if the nation repents. But if we don't repent, it's going to become increasingly worse. The screws are being tightened, friends. But the remnant does not have to worry. Remember, we continue the 40 days fast. We are now at day 20, the 4th week. Remember, the cycle is now 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And this goes right through to Sunday.
This video was the March 9th. Just for reference. Screws are being tightened.
Leaders. Speaking up about the 3 days, we're seeing an increase in that, and we're happy, because initially it was the impression that, oh, it is Shuttleworth's idea. Poor me. Huh? Me? My idea? Not my idea. So more and more as I'm seeing others, men and women of God, waking up to the reality and also daring to listen, they are now coming forward and said it's 3 days. Yes, it is. And the Lord had made that clear some years now. And we will continue to say it, because that's what the Lord requires. Not some little prayer breakfast here and prayer breakfast there, or person saying, oh, we're going to be wearing black and we march. No, that's not what is required. What is required is that the nation of Jamaica must be locked down for 3 days. That is what is required. And then, as a nation, we will move the heart and the hand of God to extend mercy and to shift things and reset things in this island of Jamaica. Failing that, we will continue to see conditions deteriorating in Jamaica through different types of adversities, including cataclysmic ones, and also what is now looming is external intervention into the affairs of this nation, which will lead to forced resignation of political leaders, stepping down, yes, and also some of them being arrested publicly. That is looming, and I'm speaking prophetically as the Lord.
Jamaica on here. Some of them leaders, these political leaders, MPs and them, some of them are going to get locked up publicly, put handcuffs on and put in a jail. Some of them have got forced to resign. External intervention up ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let me play it phone again. This was March 5th of this year.
God is showing, which would turn into the affairs of this nation, which will lead to forced resignation of political leaders, stepping down, yes, and also some of them being arrested publicly. That is looming, and I'm speaking prophetically as the Lord is showing, which would also tie into the prophecy of ruffling of feathers, plucking out of feathers, and clipping of wings. Yes. So if we don't repent, these are a number of things that are in the offing, and we will just see them unveiling or unfolding right before our very eyes. And we thank God we are seeing more and more church leaders. Pipeline, and it's not just this earthquake which is in the making, it's in the pipeline, and it's not just the earthquake, but I still have to highlight it. If it were to hit us, I'm talking about the big one, which is in the pipeline, coming, and obviously is pending. It will destroy many and plunge many into grief, despair, disillusionment, etc., etc. And no amount of aid from abroad will be able to help us to recover anytime soon, because even this Melissa situation, it has left an indelible mark on many. I'm using this opportunity once again to say this recent earthquake, and it's a swarm, is indicative of what is to come. There are more swarms to come, and they are going to become more and more intense. Each time there's an earthquake, remember, it's not just a physical shaking, it is also a spiritual shaking. It speaks to shifting, shaking, shifting, and sifting. We are going to see changes that will take place in all 7 pillars. Real leadership, it's a part of God's realignment. He is realigning the nations. Those who are on the Lord's side will draw closer to him, meaning those who are sheep nations. Those who are goat nations will move further away from him. So the shaking is going to do that. Right? So we will see clearly by or before 2020, the end of 2026, preparing to step into 2027, we are going to see clearly. We have an idea, but you are going to see clearly who is on the Lord's side, who is not. You're going to see that clearly. Institutions presently that exist will be no more. And even where they still exist, they will be merged. So you're going to have change in names of entities, right? Landmarks. Some of them will go under, be destroyed. People, famous people, leaders will be no more. Even where they are alive, they will lose their positions of influence. This will impact all the different sectors and segments, including entertainment, including politics. There are some leaders right now, politically, who are having a field day and think that they are going to be around for a long time. Watch. Suddenly, a number of them are going to be replaced. Be it snap election, be it sudden illness or sudden death, right? Or military action, as in the case of Maduro et al. These are the times. An economic tsunami, natural disaster, massive displacement. So the shaking is paving the way for all of these different things, impacting economy, also denominations. Don't think that the church is going to get away. For those who continue to be involved in mischief making, you had better make sure you're on the Lord's side, because the shaking, the ripple effects of the shaking, just like the seismic shocks, they are spreading, and every institution is going to be impacted. And where those institutions are not rightly aligned, they are either going to go under, displacement of leaders and personnel, and replacement. In some instances also destruction. This is what is up ahead. Do not take the shaking lightly. And remember, it is building up to the big one. This and so I'm speaking to members of the security forces. We're about to step into that realm, and it's going to happen suddenly. We are not far from it. It can happen any moment now. And when it happens, no one will be safe. You hear what I just said? I'm not giving security advice. I'm speaking as...
Somebody asked me how they can get the recording. You can join my YouTube channel. It's actually being recorded right now, so you can actually see. And if you want to go, you can go on my channel and look at the specific video, and then you go to a word and a verse on TikTok, a word and a verse on TikTok. That's where all of these videos are that I'm playing right now. But they are titled, there's a red title for all of them, so you can join my WhatsApp group. The link is in the bio. You can join my WhatsApp group, go to the live stream that I'm on right now, and you can watch it over and look at the title of those videos and get those specific videos that you hear. Because a lot of prophetic word is out there, I'm telling you. A whole heap of things coming to the world and Jamaica. And I've been playing these over and over again, but my find say it's important that I do it on a regular basis, because I'm surprised that a lot of people haven't heard it before. You understand? I don't know why I'm surprised. I should not be surprised, because this type of information is usually suppressed. Come here. Come here, Chica. Yes, come here.
The Lord is showing. No one will be safe, because the enemy will be within. The enemy is there already, but they know what the Lord is saying, and as we have been praying, we are seeing it coming up, and we are just sharing with you. So they have now been able to master and manage the system, so that they can master their activities. So you are there plotting as to how to deal with operatives on the outside, not realizing that some of the very same persons who are planning, you are planning with, they are knowing the plan, and they will know how to intercept, intervene, and manipulate. So there will be incidents of innocent lives being lost, meaning members of the security forces, persons who decide that we will not comply, we will not be a part of it. That's where we're about to enter. The word of advice: members of the security forces who are born again believers, you need to observe a season of fasting and prayer. Cry out to the Lord so that He can shut down the plots and plans of the enemy, so that He can expose these wolves in sheep clothing, because no law-abiding officer or security personnel who decide to stand for what is right would be safe. I'm giving a prophetic word, as the Lord has showed. It's coming out of prayer, and we are making it clear for all to hear. Members of the public, we need to intensify our prayers for the security forces, because the forces of darkness are determined to advance their agenda, and anyone who tries to stand in their way, they will try to remove them. We need to pray for members of the security forces, pray for the JCF, pray for the JDF. Very important. And this is an appeal to members of the security forces who are born-again believers. You need to come together, identify other born-again believers, and you need to be praying deliberately about what was just released. The very same technology that we are singing and waxing praises, the enemy has mastered it from within and will be leveraging it to advance their agenda from within.
So, all of the men in the security forces and the women that are men and women of God, servants of the Most High, giving your life to God. It's important that this was from January 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. And we see what has happened with Mocha. We see them catch police who are selling cocaine. Big old superintendent dealing in cocaine. Right? We see the whole of steel tap get dismantled. We see the police them intensifying the elimination and extermination of the citizens. We see a lot of things going on. So, you know, definitely find this video and share it with all of the police officers they want to know that is a good police officer, so they can actually come together and follow the instructions of the man of God. Alright? Okay, wonderful. Let's continue.
Not if Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed. Jamaica is being transformed. And by or before 2027, we will see a new Jamaica emerging. Not completely new, obviously, but there will be major turning points. One of them, finally, we will be led by a righteous Prime Minister. And it might seem like a pipe dream. I'm smiling because those of us who are able to see in the realm of the Spirit, we have some interesting developments coming this year that will trigger changes politically, which will take many by surprise, because there are those who think that they are around forever and they can stay as long as they want. We shall see what we shall see. That's all I'm going to say. We shall see what we shall see. So apart from the intensification of judgment, which will come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica. I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them, and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices, we have a system of election where persons are to be duly elected, and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to
Jamaica, when you hear the prophet, when you hear the man of God, we have leaders that has corrupted the electoral system. Corrupted it, ladies and gentlemen. She hungry, mommy. She hungry and she want garbage. She tired. You come, you're too tame. No, sir, I can't bother. I never know someone chicken could have tamed so. But anyway, guys, me I go play that phone again. Yeah, man, me I play that phone again, man.
come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica. I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them, and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices, we have a system of election where persons are to be duly elected and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to do is going to use other means of displacing them. Watch and you will see.
So Jamaica, you have some leader where in a Jamaica where you was a corrupt the electoral system to get back into power. Not my word. And this is coming from the throne room of God. Yes, through the prophet, royal empire, big up yourself. So God is going to remove them using external forces. And by and before 2027, we're going to see a new leader, a righteous leader in this land of Jamaica. The church say amen. Amen. Now play it one more time. What a revelation.
Not if Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed. Jamaica is being transformed. And by or before 2027, we will see a new Jamaica emerging. Not completely new, obviously, but there will be major turning points. One of them, finally, we will be led by a righteous prime minister. And it might seem like a pipe dream. I'm smiling because those of us who are able to see in the realm of the spirit, we have some interesting developments coming this year that will trigger changes politically, which will take many by surprise, because there are those who think that they are around forever and they can stay as long as they want. We shall see what we shall see. That's all I'm going to say. We shall see what we shall see. So apart from the intensification of judgment, which will come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica. I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them, and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices, we have a system of election where persons are to be duly elected and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to do is going to use other means of displacing them. Watch and you will see. External intervention in addition to continued disasters of different types. So we shall see what we shall see. This is going to be a pivotal year which will pave the way for what will manifest in 2027. So we continue to pray the process through.
We're not done yet, you know. Yeah, man, we are go through them. Me line them up full to them, man. Line them up.
Based on their pastor, bishop, or leader, overseer, whatever their titles, apostle and prophet and whatever. You're going to... There are those whose faith is based on their pastor or bishop or leader, overseer, whatever their titles, apostle and prophet and whatever. You're going to fail. You're not going to last. Because many of those leaders already have been misguided. They have been led astray since COVID, and many of them have not yet recovered. And they have now been hit with apostasy, that cancer of apostasy, where they now move away from the tenets, the underpinnings of the faith. They are struggling, attempting now to straddle. So you talk about liberal, those who are liberal. Listen, a Christian, a born-again believer is a born-again believer, full stop. These labels about being conservative and liberal and so on, that's not biblical. It's either you have both feet in, or you are not in, because you cannot have one foot in and one foot out. You cannot be a part of the world, embracing the world's ideology, and at the same time embracing the kingdom of God ideology. the ideology of the kingdom of God. And when I say ideology, obviously, the teachings, the precepts and statutes of the kingdom of God, of which the church of the living God is the kernel, is the lifeblood, because the church of the living God, the ecclesia, is the body of Christ, the bride of Christ, the body of Christ. So if you're out there and you have been forming fool, yes, forming fool, you don't want to fast, you claim that you're fasting but you're playing around. For example, last week the cycle was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you decide that, oh, you can't be bothered, so you cut corner. It's the same way. You are given a regime by your doctor that you should take this at this time and so on, and you decide you're going to twist things and do it however. You are not going to get the full result, because what you have done is to void the integrity of the process. And I'm telling you, write it down. There is a midnight cry that is coming. And those of you who have not been taking these moments seriously, you will not be able to stand. I'm telling you. Think about what happened in COVID. Now, having said that, for some of you it is too late, primarily because of your mindset. But for others of you, it's still not too late. Some of you genuinely were not listening. You can still join the fast this week. Of course, there are those who will tell you that this is the easiest of it. Easiest in the sense that 12 midnight to 12 noon, before you realize, of course, you go to sleep. Most of you, because many of you are not up praying. And most people don't eat between 12 and 6. Most people. So you only now, most of the times, have to contend with the 6 a.m. to the 12 noon or 12 midday. So of all the cycles, this one tends to be the easier of them. So there are those who will pull out all the stops because this is the easier of all the other cycles. But God knows your heart. And if you are among those who say, boy, me not gonna sacrifice, right? Can't miss me Sunday dinner. There are some of you like that. You think I don't know? Can't miss me Sunday dinner. Can't miss this and so on. Oh, you stay there. Man or woman shall not live by bread alone. The time is coming, friends, when you're going to see food and you can't eat it. And others are going to want food and you can't eat it because of what is happening and what will be happening around you. But those of us who know that our meat, what keeps us, what drives us, is to do the will of the Father. Even if there's no food, whatever happened and there's no food for a whole day, we're not dead. We know what that feel like. Until the Lord decides to open the door, He may send manna or something. We won't drop down. Our system has been primed for that. But it's more than the physical. What is crucial in the fast is the upgrade that takes place in your life spiritually. You are amazed. You'll be amazed what happens. The upgrade that takes place. Also your health. Your health is enhanced. You become more resilient physiologically. Many people don't know that. So fasting is not about convenience. Always remember that. Let me say it one more time. Fasting is not about convenience. That's number one. Number two, when you fast, you're not doing God a favor. There are some of you who think that you're doing God in Christ a favor. No. None of us is in the position to do God a favor because He needs none of us. Full stop.
Hey, me just love this money. Him is just frank and as a matter of fact. But right now the birdie I get miserably now. She want to go her bed. And she look for me as her bed Jamaica. She want to climb on top of my head. All of my mouth in my pick. Me I know your mother. Me I know your mother, you know. Alright. So we have that video. Revenue neutral. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. There's one more video what I did miss. from Pastor Jeffrey Shuttleworth. One more video we didn't miss. If you guys have not yet liked the video, please go ahead and like the video. For those that are watching on YouTube, this is the TikTok channel that I get. Make sure you guys go and subscribe. A word and a verse on TikTok. Make sure to go follow. Here's a video, man. A long time video on the page. I never did play. I go find it still. Don't worry yourself. But when you hear what the man say, you hear what the man say, right? The man say, all them leaders they will think like so they can disrupt the democratic process of elections and go in a power. God go take on down, man. Yeah, man. God go use external intervention to take on down. Yeah? So, you don't know yourself. He also talk about a lot of things on this page, you know. Extreme weather coming up. We see the extreme weather that prophecy is happening more and more. More and more we see it. But there's a particular video that I want to share. Come. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. You're too rude. You get out of here now. Don't make me speak. No, I should jump up on me. Don't make me spank your bottom, man. You're too small if you get beaten, man. But if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. But they're on the live see way, man. Can't come to you right now. May I search for one more video. Me play that video there, open call to the Prime Minister. Me play that one there. See it here? I would be remiss if I didn't play this. Pyrrhic victory. Listen to this.
The victory, Eddie, lest you forget, the victory, in inverted commas, that was celebrated is a Pyrrhic victory. And as time goes by, you're going to see the Pyrrhic nature of the victory. It is already manifesting. If your eyes are not open spiritually, I don't need to say what they are, but you're going to see more and more that it's a Pyrrhic victory. And when you have a Pyrrhic victory, is that you're sorry, say you didn't win. That's kind of thing, right? You're sorry you are on the victorious side. If you had thought that you were going to go through all of the different things, might as well we never win. That's what a Pyrrhic victory looks like. It's painful. Okay. And of course the other side also has been going through some challenges, but there is more to come. So don't think that the prophetic word is going to go away. It's just a matter of time. You will see it playing itself out. This is a word of warning to those who will use this kind of scenario to push the so-called climate change. It's a word of warning. Because what it is going to do, the Lord is going to allow the people to rise up and to push back against it. Right? This is not about any climate change. What is happening and is about to happen, really, this weather system has nothing to do with climate change. This is not just the voice of God speaking, but it is also the judgment of God that will be visiting a number of nations. Notice how many times Haiti has been called. Dominican Republic has been called. We have been speaking about them in the past. Yes. And there are other areas that will be visited. But Jamaica, if you notice, is at the center. At the center, Eddie. Lest you forget, the victory in inverted commas.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The victory by the Jamaica Labour Party is a Pyrrhic victory. It better if them never did win. It's gonna be painful. They're gonna be feeling a lot of pain, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of pain. And that's how does say the Lord, not my word. Anyway, God bless you all. Joanne, leaving. Bless up yourself. God is on the job. We just have to do what we're supposed to do, you know what I mean? Joanne says she love this. Yeah, man, I sometimes I have to remind the people about them things, you know, because lest we forget, some people think say God asleep, but God not asleep. Here, God is not sleeping. And God will not be mocked. Okay? Big up on yourself. That's my time. And I'm out. Later, guys. Have a good one. Alright. See you guys later. I have some videos coming out. I think I have a couple videos coming out. Between, well, at least one. I have at least one video that I'll be posting. I want to encourage you guys to go and look back at the videos that I already posted from 3 days ago. Look at the ones that you haven't seen as yet and take a listen. Alright? Lady Andrea, big up. TikTok, big up. Everybody on TikTok, go subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Alright, so bye to the people. Look on her, Jamaica. You see that? The people on this channel. Look on her. You see that? This is what I'm dealing with right now. Look at this. Look at this. Right? She rude, you see? You see her? And my mother picked me in and I look at brother or sister. Adopted, obviously. I mean adopted brother or sister this now. You understand? This watch. Oh my God, Joanne, thank you so much for the super chat. Joanne, make sure you become a member of the platform, you know. Come here.
She won't from night, you know.
Yes, she want to sleep.
No, sleep. She wants to put the safety. Safety, she looking.
Oh, hi, yeah. It's an innate thing. She want to save. So she come to the big guy. You see how she's smart? Because nobody not trouble her upon my shoulder, you know. I must see one hawk, and the hawk now fly coming in. Me understand I no eagle. No eagle now fly through a grill. I'm coming here for one chicken in the house. So I safety she look, she's smart. The innate no, mommy, I have to go. I cannot do this. No, me no in a pray up Bolo. She have to live up, you know. You come here. I know say no manners. Yes, Joanne, become a member of the platform and thank you for the donation, yeah? Check out the membership. I want to encourage everybody on Bolo VNR 2.2 to endorse the platform by becoming a member of the platform, alright? And persons on TikTok. TikTok, we can get 50,000 likes before we go. We reach 45,000 and I really appreciate you guys for me not pressing you and actually reaching the goal of almost the goal. But we can get some final taps to reach 50,000. Cheryl, I laugh off and make a chicken up on my shoulder. Lord have mercy. What a thing. Yes, Joanne, get your badge and get the emoji. Let me show you some of the emoji them. Let me show you some of the emoji them when we have for the VIPs. So, only when you join you can get these, man. I'm going to make some more. I need one. Well, I have one with Nikisha Burchell when I go boss. When she said, do better to the government. Do better. Yes, man. I'm going to capture her face for the screenshot. I have it on my TikTok, you know, but I go officially release it. And I go tighten up on these in our way where when you drop them in the comment section, you can see it more clearer. Right now, I don't like how them looking at the comment section because them have the black around it. We need to make it where the black is not around it. So I'm gonna make it white. My mother, where you put her? Around the say you have her now? Okay. So they say you left it on tonight? No. Oh. Jamaica, when me tell you say this bird here, come in at, how did you come in at house? Come in at house, you know, and I look, and hungry, she hungry and thirsty, I don't know what, where her mother abandoned her or what. I don't know what go on. See, but I write to my mother, she come, and I beg to save her life. And from that, see, man, right now I sleep, she wants to sleep, you know.
She went in the shower with you.
She went in the shower with you? Yes. Oh, she not joke. Mommy, I'll put dirt and leaf in her pan for your bird. No, me can't bother. Jamaica, I'm the insecure, but I'm jealous right now. I tell us straight. If me the insecure, but I'm jealous right now. The more I love for this bird I get. You understand? Me see the bird I lie down on his side today. Your Joan saying so cute. Jetline, big up yourself. Take her up. Jetline, she cute. And Joan, she cute. He said the little bird. The little bird coming at the house. And mommy realized that she have to get, because she's so small, she have to get smaller feed, like smaller feeding for her, because the bigger feeding, you can't digest properly yet. So, you know, in a couple weeks, she soon get big, so she can't stay in her house. I've got stay in the time they remove. Alright. She have got stay in the Kubota door. But for now, the other bird, them not like her. You understand? You know the whole slave effect? Not saying she's a slave, but because she did in the house and them not in the house, them jealous. Them jealous Jamaica. The other bird, them jealous. Me I tell them what go on. The other bird, them jealous bad. The other bird, them say about queer. You know, come we can't come in the house. And she can't come in the house. So them pick after her. You know, because she not among the tribe. You see what I say? I saw you going in a while, you know. So you going in a while, you know. But she very smart. That's all I know. I see the bird does come today when me well in the evening when we get up, because I start sleeping in the almost afternoon. So when we get up now, I like 12 o'clock we start sleep. So when we get up now, mother did say night cheer. And the bird lie down on his side, Jamaica. I'm not telling any lies. Mommy, you can send me a picture? Did you take a picture? The bird lie down on his side, like so. You know, we would have lie down on our side in our bed, and they put them on his side. I saw the bird lie down on his side. I don't think y'all hear me though. The bird lie down on his side, well comfortable and asleep. Me say, it's like the bird that mirror everything what my mother do. So because she follow my mother, I feel her mother do. Because she follow my mother, because you know, so my mother feed her. No, we not, yeah, man, we keep her, man. You see me? So, because my mother, I see some used to have goat one time, you know, when we live in our country, you know. And my goat, we used to give them towel, make them lay down pan, and then they on the veranda, we lock them in the veranda, and, you know, goat teeth, and we lock them in the veranda to make sure, say, no goat teeth, all the kid them get treated like royalty. Eh? What you say? I'll drink the country coat with tea, you know. Yo, me say my goat them. Yo, my goat them are history goat them, man. History goat. Hey man, them thief two goat and kill them and when they find the bone them, you know. So look kid them. Yo, me ball, you know. Yeah man, me ball, man. As a youth, in my teenager years, me ball. Ball live in the water. Yeah, ball. Because you know, you grow an emotional attachment to the animal in a space. Because I like to when they eat meat. But, you understand what I say? For you man, they kill one little kid, brother. I say, yo, I'm going to see board. I say, oh, God, man. And I want a little kid, and I like our mature good. So, they even make it worse. You get what I say? Yo, my ball live in the water, man. I cry, man. I cry when them do that to my goat, them, Jamaica. See me? Carry the goat, them, make sure so they eat. And get them water, everything carry them near river, so. Tie the one where everybody else follow, because you know, you want them to love jump up and down and look kid them, you have to tie them from early, because you don't want to carry them down. When you move them from one place to the next. My sister had chickens when we was growing up, and she was really tame. May I tell you this a chicken that tame. Tame. But for the people on TikTok, subscribe to me YouTube sooner or later. Big up here. The word is love. There'll be a restriction on myself. Look, come on. Yeah, my family, so I later, you know, we are going to jump on back later, see? I'm saying in the meantime, go and check out the video, them, and I have some other banger video to push up. I have all the exclusive with Marvin Edna, when we even edited. So I have all that for show about, see me. So let us go and support the content. Alright, bless up on yourself. I'm out. Peace. We are work hard, people. We are work hard. Trust me, no look at joke.